Hartley Brewer on Talk Radio with the Times. Know your times.
This is the sound of a broken boiler.
Oh.
And having to fork out for a new one.
You got it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Put it in the Beano bag.
Interest-free credit.
Oh.
Uploading savings on a new boiler feels good. We're with you. Search British Gas.
I'll put it in my Beano bag.
Credit subject to status, conditions apply.
Right now at Homebase, Centrex 5-litre masonry paint was £29, now only £22. Homebase, always low prices. Exclusive salary.
I might go and see him. My neck is better. Could I have those headphones, please, turned up to the max? My neck is significantly better than it was, but it's still not quite doing what I want it to do.
It's a desire to get up and get active in the first place. And that's where my Vitality Life Insurance really helps, by giving me money off gym membership and half price on a lovely new pair of trainers. Take out Vitality Life Insurance today and you can get 40% off monthly gym membership at selected Virgin Active and Nuffield Health Clubs. Just search Vitality. A gym joining fee, minimum monthly premiums and conditions apply.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
With the latest, I'm Serena Farrow. Cannabis-based medicines
No, you won't. It's going to
soon
be
available
Johnny
on
and Nicola, and you'll be there, I'm afraid.
The Home Secretary's made
We will have a bed, please.
in the autumn, following a review which has recommended a UK-wide change. GP Dr. Sarah Jarvis has been telling Talk Radio she welcomes the news.
Until now, cannabis-derived medicinal products were in what was called Schedule 1, which meant basically that they had no medical benefit at all, but they could be used for research. Now, first, James Sally Davis is the Chief Medical Advisor, and now the Advisory Council on the Misuse of Drugs have both said, yeah, you know what, we should move this. We should move it to Schedule 2 to show that it has got some medical use.
A further 15 people have contacted police after reporting to claims of horrific historical abuse by a doctor at a children's hospital. Derbyshire police say 130 people have now come forward as they investigate what happened at Aston Hall in the 60s and 70s. Most of the allegations were made against Dr. Kenneth Milner, who died in 1976. The BBC has been refused permission to appeal in its privacy battle with Sir Cliff Richard. The corporation has agreed to pay £850,000 in legal costs after a judge ruled it had invaded the singer's privacy when it filmed a police raid at his home.
Oh!
With the highest temperature of the year so far today, the Met Office says prolonged hot weather like this could become the norm by the 2040s. MPs are also warning heat-related deaths could treble over the next 3 decades.
Are those the headphones that come out?
Because the UK is not prepared for global warming. Sky News weather presenter Nazanin Ghaffar has been telling Talk Radio it's set to get even hotter.
The highest temperature we've ever experienced for the UK is 38.5. That was back in 2003 on the 10th of August. Now, there are some concerns that we could see that temperature broken possibly tomorrow, maybe even next week, where we're going to see some further widespread heat continuing.
Meanwhile, the heat is causing huge disruption for drivers using Eurotunnel. It's cancelling day trip tickets tomorrow and tickets for people staying one night on the continent due to air conditioning problems. Well then, staying on the topic of that weather, it'll stay dry and warm for most of us this evening. Thunderstorms, though, in southern, central and eastern England. Tomorrow, well, there's going to be a few more thunderstorms across parts of England and Scotland. Hot, though, for the majority of us.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Get an earful of unusual nocturnal emissions with radio's Lord of Misrule, Iain Lee. No relation, thank God. Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Alan Carrick!
Hiya, boy.
Yes, sir!
What a day it's been.
Hey, why? What's happened, man?
Dr. Leg is returning to EastEnders. And he's 92.
I thought he was dead. Physician, heal thyself!
Yeah, he was the original East End doctor.
A biddly bong.
I would hardly call Dr. Leg returning back to EastEnders. Your opening gambit of what a day it's been, I mean, Dr. Leg, man goes back into soap opera. It's hardly, I'd hardly be at home going, well, you know.
Well, it's covered a full-page story, page 9 in the Sun.
They'll write any old crap in that useless paper, huh?
And they own the station.
Sorry?
They own the station.
One more time.
They own the station.
Oh gosh, in that case, excellent story. We'll be following up later on with our showbiz correspondent, Josh One.
Yeah, and also, it feels like the Pied Piper of Hamelin is coming to Birmingham.
Now don't tell us what that means, because I want to see if I can take that sentence apart. And it feels like the Pied Piper of Hamelin is coming to Birmingham. Okay, well let's just work this out. So, the Pied Piper of Hamelin, of course. Hamelin, Germany?
Yes.
I'm going to say 1800s, maybe 1700s, maybe a bit earlier. Hamelin overrun by rats. So they call in this mystical figure, the Pied Piper, who says he can rid the town of rats by playing a tune, and they all follow him.
Yeah, like Kenny G.
Yeah. He was very much the Kenny G of his time. And like Kenny G, he led all of the rats, except with Kenny G's rat tail haircuts, he led all of the rats out of Hamelin and expected to return a hero. He went back to see the mayor and asked for his fee, and the mayor said, we are not giving you any money. We're not giving you any money. You have done the job. Now back off. Back off. We don't give you that money for that. And, because the Pied Piper was a wee man, a small man, so he thought it wouldn't be any physical damage. And the Pied Piper went, I don't like this. What can I do? I know. I will play a slightly different tune, but I will lead all the children out. So he plays a different tune, leads all the children out. And if I've got this right, he leads them into like a hole in the cave, and then as the last child passes through...
Not the last child, though, was it?
Thank you! The penultimate child passes through, the cave closes, the last child, of course, was hobbling.
Because he was on crutches.
He was on... The Pied Piper wanted to abuse all of the children of Hamelin, but he certainly didn't want any disabled children. I think that's the moral of that story. So how can this relate to Alan Caddick in Birmingham? Of all the children, bar one, being kidnapped...
It's not to do with the children, it's about the rats.
It's about the rats, excuse me. Go on, Alan, I can't decipher your strange and whimsical language. What are you talking about, you fruitcake?
Due to the hot weather, there's going to be extra bin runs in the country because the country's going to be overrun with rats.
Thank you, Catherine. That's outrageous.
Well, that made to the front page on the Sun.
Oh, what a great newspaper. Boy, oh boy, they get all of the great stories, and I love those guys.
This is better than Love Island.
This is better than Love Island. Hey, has your penis grown in the heat, Alan?
No, it's shrunk.
Has it? Has it really? Because, according to studies by doctors, dirty doctors, the old fella, lots of men are suffering. Oh, yeah, the chance will be fine. Yeah. Lots of men are suffering with a larger penis. The heat is making the penis smellier, but larger.
What, the third arm? That's what I call it, the third arm.
Why?
Because we've got two arms up top, and we've got a third arm downstairs.
Are you saying your penis can pick up and scroll an X?
Mm-hmm. It can draw a urinated one.
Thank you very much. Where the hell... Well, first of all, if you could send me a picture that has been drawn by your penis, I would love to see that. Secondly, where's this James Bond book you were going to send us? We want to act it out on air.
I'm trawling through the internet to see...
I'll get stuffed.
I don't believe he wrote it.
He's trawling through the internet. He's supposed to have written a James Bond book. What an absolute prune. That makes me puke. 03444991000 is the phone number if you want to give us a call. Got some special guests popping in a bit later on when they've had their Nando's. Some YouTubers, some, I believe the word is influencers. They influence.
Creators.
Authors. Artists. All round good guys. And that's right, the guys. All right, the guys, they're not gals. Guys, so shoot me. So I got guys on instead of gals. Okay, all right, shoot me. Who cares? So they're coming on. It's just been one of those days, hasn't it? It's just been one of those days. It's so hot. I'm so bored of this heat now. I mean, it's awful. But it's so hot you can't even go out. I had to get up at 7:45 so 4 hours sleep, 5 hours sleep, 4 hours, but didn't really sleep much because it was so hot. And then took the kids to like sports club, and then went back to my flat to have a little doze, but it was too hot. Then kind of did some more packing for the move that is supposed to... We were supposed to exchange contracts on Tuesday. Didn't happen. So we were supposed to exchange contracts... what day is it today?
Today. Thursday.
Thursday. We were supposed to exchange contracts today. Supposed to exchange them last week, didn't happen. Then supposed to exchange them Tuesday this week, didn't happen. Then supposed to exchange them today, didn't happen. I'm supposed to be moving in there, into the farmhouse on Tuesday. Ain't gonna happen. I gotta stay in that crappy old flat a bit longer. The uncertainty is driving me mad. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna have to just put up with not knowing when I'm gonna move.
But know that you will move.
Yeah, I know that I have to keep phoning up the removal man saying, can we move it to another day for a third time, please? So my head has been on that, and I got way more clothes than I thought I had. So my actual recurring nightmare, and it has been for years, this is not even a joke, right? For like the last 10 years, one of my many recurring nightmares has been having to move out of somewhere that day and realising I've got more stuff than I can ever possibly pack, you know, and it's like, and quite often it's like my college residence, but it's like a massive house. And I've got like a couple of boxes in my car, and I'm thinking, and it's like, you've got to move out in an hour. God, I'm never going to do this. Well, that is my recurring anxiety dream. And now I'm living it. I keep packing, thinking, well, that should be everything packed. My God, there's more stuff. I don't know what. And it turns out we've all got stuff, because some's in the house and some is in the flat, so it's double bubble. And I keep finding things going, well, I don't want to throw that away, but I don't really know what I've got it for, but I might as well take it with... Jesus, I hate life. I absolutely hate life.
But...
Yes?
You are moving, and this time next month, you will have moved.
Don't be so silly, Kath.
We have no evidence that's actually going to happen.
I have faith that it will happen.
The faith in Jesus, baby Jesus, can you help me move? From sin to the sunlight, I want to praise you tonight. 0344. What I'm saying is, we're 10 minutes in, we've got no phone calls, and I've got no material. Oh, there's it. So it's so hot. So then I picked up, the youngest didn't want to stay at sports camp. So I cut a deal with him. I said, I'll get you at 2 instead of 4, and I'll get your brother at 4. And so I picked him up at 2. And I was going to go out for a picnic. But even in the shade, it was too hot to go for a picnic. So we just went and watched, we watched a brilliant film, but with the curtains drawn, 'cause it's too hot. We watched Journey to Mysterious Island. You seen that? Starring, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock.
No.
He's such a good actor. He's so good. Michael Caine was in it as well. I think it's one of those films that was originally made to be seen in 3D, because there was lots of bits where they kept flipping forwards towards the screen and it looked a bit weird. It was a great movie. It was great. So basically they're on, I didn't see the beginning because I was packing, but they end up on this mysterious island, and where all of the big things are small.
Oh.
So Alan's penis would be tiny, and all of the small things are big, so my penis would be huge.
His would be big. He said his is shrunk.
Okay.
I pay particular attention to these details.
So the elephants are small, and the ants are huge.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
What's the point in that?
Well, it adds a little bit of danger, a little bit of je ne sais quoi.
So a worm could get you, but
yeah.
You'd probably take a buffalo.
Yeah. What?
Hmm?
So we watched that. And then there was a big car crash near me, and so when I went to pick up the other kid, we had to go a long way round, and then we came back. Right, and the whole road to our road was blocked. And there's no point in going back the way we came, because there would have been a long line of traffic. So everyone was turning around, so we just waited. And loads of people coming up to us in the car going, I don't think you're gonna get up that way. I said, no, I know, fine. Right, it's just you're probably not going to get through there, so if I were you, I'd find another way. I said, dude, I live just over there, right? There's no, where am I going to go? My house is there, and up that street. There's no point in me, well, you know, you might as well, can you go and speak? Strangers in the street, can you go and stay at a friend's?
What, not go home ever?
No, so we sat there for a bit, just to prove a point. And then we parked in a side street, left the car there, and I walked the boys back. Of course, one of the kids had come out without shoes on, so I had to... It was an absolute nightmare of a day! Just play the ads!
Talk Radio.
I got nothing,
Talk and entertainment across the nation.
Talk Radio.
Give it some lift.
Brighten up your mornings and take a brilliant break with Mike Graham on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Listen to Talk Radio every weekday morning from 10 for 3 hours packed full of fabulous features, great value guests and quick-fire calls on all of the day's top talking points. Don't miss Mike Graham every weekday morning from 10 on Talk Radio with the Sun Holiday Shop. Great value breaks all year round. Go to thesun.co.uk/holiday shop.
Check out the latest major offers, only at American Golf. Pick up the tailor-made RBZ driver and fairway for only $2.99, a saving of £79. Stock up on balls, with 2 packs of Callaway Warbirds for just £25. Or why not step out in the new Callaway Del Mar golf shoe, only $49.99. Buy online or find your nearest store at americangolf.co.uk. Offer ends 30th of July. Terms and conditions apply.
When we first went out together, I was real proud. You looked the business. Bright, sharp, sexy. But now you've just lost your sparkle and, well, to be honest, I can't be watching the Reds on a screen that's any less than perfect.
Has your old tablet seen better days? Upgrade to a Samsung Galaxy Tab S3 and the astonishing 4-speaker immersive display will make you feel like you're actually there. Save £130 on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S3 at Curry's PC World.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
03444 991,000. Yes, John?
Hello, Ian. How are you?
Good, thank you, mate.
Good. I just want to talk about the thing that's been kind of going around social media recently, the ambulance that got the ticket.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if your listeners, want to kind of put some input into this, but I think the ambulance, were in the right there.
Well, why don't you, for the people that don't know the story, why don't you recap the story for them, Jonathan?
I'll give you the story as I know it and what I've seen on the video.
Yes, sir.
Basically, the ambulance was parked on double yellow lines outside a Tesco's in the Midlands. What happened was a private company traffic warden decided to give them a ticket while they were going to get a bottle of water and a sandwich. And they'd been on call for 8 hours, and they were still on call at the time, so they could have basically had to jump into the ambulance and go to somebody who were under cardiac arrest or something like that.
Yes.
So they had to basically jump in and go, and he decided, I think it was the first day on job or whatever, I think it was some statement put out by...
Can I just say, John, you're doing a great job, but this shows why people like me are paid so much money, okay? Just carry on. Carry on.
Can you send me a check?
Yes. Not in the slightest, you've not earned it. Yeah, anyway, go on. So an ambulance got a parking ticket.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Outside of Tesco.
Well, that's not quite it, is it? That's not quite it, because what happened was the person who was filming...
Here we go.
What? Here we go, what?
Go on, sorry.
Bit rude, mate.
No, hang on. Well, hang on. Listen, I don't want to get involved in... maybe you two have got previous, but...
I love you.
What? Hang on. Here we go. Go on. Are we going or not?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go on.
Well,
here we go.
It wasn't just that story, because I think the ambulance driver could have just taken the ticket and probably got away with it by just saying, we're an ambulance, you can jog on. What I saw in that video was the person taking the video having a go and not being involved in it.
Yeah, but he was nothing to do with it, really.
Yeah, no.
So,
it was nothing to do with it, but he waded in and he was shaming the person who was doing his job.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, right? The tickets. Hang on.
The only issue I'm talking about is the ambulance getting the ticket, really.
Okay. Kath, do you want to have another go?
Go on, mate.
Who are you mating now, me or her?
I don't know. You talk to me.
Right, I'll talk. Okay. Here's the thing, right? The ticket has been rescinded. Okay, the company has apologised. The ticket has been rescinded, right?
And I bet that's pretty standard, you know.
Yeah. But I think they deserve the ticket. They parked on a double yellow line, mate.
Yeah, but they were on call at the time.
Right, okay, well, I've seen ambulances on call. I've seen Will you shut up? Shut up. John, shut up. Shut up. Right. In a minute, Catherine, can we get your phone? Because I want to phone in and talk to you, because I want to hear, right, whether I can hear the host of this show talking or the callers are rude. That's what I want to find out. So if we got your phone, we'll do that. Go and get your phone. There we go, you see. Yeah, I've seen ambulances on call, and they don't all stop on double yellow lines.
Yeah, you try putting an ambulance in a bay though.
Well, I've seen it.
They'll probably still give it a ticket.
Well, no, they wouldn't. Not if they park. Not if they park. Well, no. Now you're hypothesising. God, you're thick. Now you're hypothesising.
Yeah, no, but his attitude. Look at his attitude, right? If they try to put in
I don't care about his attitude. We're arguing about the point of rule. You cannot stop. Hey, listen, if they were tending an emergency...
And it's in the private car park anyway, so...
Right. God, you're rude. If they were... shut up. If they... Will you button it? I will slap you. If they... and you won't be laughing. If they were attending an emergency... then yes. Shut your face! I'm talking, you flipping idiot! Will you shut up? Shut up! Just shut up! Shut up! Hang on, is Catherine there? Put Catherine on the phone. Hang on a second, right? Because I want to find out. We've noticed over the last few months that when we're talking to callers, quite often the callers will just carry on talking. So me and Catherine have been we've thought the best... Shut your face!
Okay.
We have thought, giving you guys the benefit of the doubt, and thought, well, maybe the callers can't hear us. Okay, maybe the callers just can't hear us. So we're going to put that to the test now, because Catherine is on the line. Good evening, Catherine.
Hi, Ian.
Okay, so I'm going to talk. Can you hear what I'm saying now, Catherine?
Yes, I can.
And is it a bit faint, or can you hear me clearly?
Loud and clear.
Okay. I'm going to carry on talking. I'd like you to start talking now, Catherine, please, while I'm talking. So to see if you can still... Shut up, John! Shut your face!
I'm shutting up.
You're not, though. You don't tell someone you're shutting up. You just shut up! Catherine, you start talking while I'm talking. Can you still hear me talking? Because I can hear you talking, Catherine, and you can hear me.
Yeah.
So what's the conclusion you draw from that, Catherine?
They're just rude.
The callers are just rude. You're right. Thank you so much, Catherine. It's been a pleasure to talk to someone with manners. So you're just a rude man, John.
I'm not. I'm just trying to make my point.
Whilst talking over me.
You're talking over me.
It's my flipping show, and I've got to talk over you because otherwise I couldn't get a word in edgeways.
Oh dear. Okay.
They deserve the ticket. They weren't an emergency. He's doing it again!
Here we go.
Get some more calls on board. Let's see what they think anyway. Hello?
Yeah?
Oh, you're still there.
Hang on a minute. All right, hang on. Let's take a call. Let's go to Dr. Richard Schlong. Hello, Dr. Richard?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Nice to talk to you.
Nice to speak to you. I'm phoning about the topic of conversation you were speaking about earlier, the summer penis.
Okay, before we get to the summer penis, Dr. Schlong, what do you think about the ambulance that was given a parking ticket because they parked on a double yellow line so they could go and buy Ginsters in Tesco's?
Well, obviously, these people work in the same profession as me,
Yeah.
and I think that they should not have been given a ticket.
But they no. They weren't. They weren't out on an emergency. They were doing their.
Oh, if a 999 comes in, they've got to jump straight into an ambulance.
Okay, well then you park. Jesus, this guy is thick and rude.
There's a dispensation there.
No, there's not. Not to break the law. So they can park in a disabled bay, yeah?
Well, that's not the ticket that we were talking about.
You started bringing up alternate tickets with they get a ticket if they parked in a normal bay. So
I'm not talking about that one.
yeah, but that was what you wanted to talk about. But so they should have dispensation to park anywhere. How about in front of your driveway?
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, they would get a right rollicking if they parked and blocked my driveway just so they could go and get a Twix.
I just ask them to move and then they can park there again.
You're an idiot, John. They deserve the ticket, and they should get 2 tickets.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
All right.
Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. Take care. Bye. Dr. Richard, yes.
Yes, good evening. I think we talk about another kind of ticket now, if that is possible.
Yes, please. Thank you very much indeed. Lovely accent. What a great accent.
Beautiful, isn't
what
it?
a great accent. This is a very good accent you are doing.
Yeah.
Whereabouts are you from, Doctor?
I am from the unspecified Eastern European country.
Oh, yes, very good.
Yes.
Very good. Go on. Anyway, so I go.
As a professional in this department of the summer penis,
yes,
I felt that I should phone you to give you an update on why this is happening.
Yes, although we had, I don't know if you heard Alan Caddick calling, and he's one of our regular callers. He said his third arm, as he calls it, his penis is shrinking in the heat. So, confusing evidence. What's happening?
It's obviously not going to happen to every gentleman
No.
across the land. This
Yep.
will only happen to a certain percentage
Yeah.
of men, and their appendages. Some will swell and become bloated, and some may not be affected, and some others, a smaller percentage, may shrink.
Right.
So, obviously this is not going to affect everybody.
What's happening?
Have you seen this in your department downstairs?
To be honest, I don't even want to go there when the weather's like this. It's such a mess.
Right. How do you mean?
It's sweaty. It kind of takes on a life of its own.
So you need to wear less tight-fitting trousers and undergarments.
Anyway, listen, private, because
No, Catherine, it's important. I'm going to show you in a second.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I think it is important. I've started.
Have you shaved your balls recently?
I have. I've started shaving my balls.
No. Have you checked them? Not shaving them.
Oh no. Well, I check them on a regular basis.
Good,
yes.
and everybody should do that.
Everybody. I tell you what would be nice.
What, we should all check his balls?
No. This is everybody should have a little feel every now and again to make sure that they're their usual size, and these male health things that we must do.
Okay.
But the thing is that the summer penis is not a bad thing. It will go back to its original size at some point in the future.
So that could be disappointing for any lady or male lovers that like the engorged member during the heat, that when it goes back, when winter comes, it goes back to being a little acorn.
Yeah, but this is the thing, you make fun while it lasts,
So from small acorns, mighty oak trees grow.
Yes, so this is to do with blood vessels that are widening in the penis.
Yep.
And it swells up with the heat, and some people drinking a lot more water, obviously very good.
Not slurping it through the penis like an elephant with a trunk, are they?
No, you just do the mouth like everybody else.
Okay.
Anyways, look, it is. You shouldn't worry if it is a bit bigger, because that is what happens,
Okay. So. And can I ask, because your name is really Dr. Richard Schlong?
Yes, some people call me Dick.
Okay. Is that your real name?
Yes, it is. Yes.
And did you? Because I don't know if you know, but in this country, Schlong is like a street slang for penis.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh well, look, people call me Dr. Dick Schlong.
Yep.
And nobody has titted.
There's no one as what?
Nobody has titted.
Titted. Okay, well that's fine. Well, thank you, Doctor. It's great to have you on board.
Very, very nice to speak to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. That's Dr. Richard Schlong there on the penis. Is the aircon on? Flipping it, man. I am sweaty, man.
Well, after that conversation, I'm going to get it cooler quick.
Yeah, Cass loves it. Here we go. 0344 499 or 1000. Yeah. 0344 499 or 1000. I said 344 Yo, oh, 1000. That last number was actually incorrect.
I don't think any of them were.
When I've moved house, I'm going to bring an array of guitars in with me, and I'm going to write songs on the air for the callers. We'll do that next week. If I move, there we go. My promise to you: if we move next week, next Wednesday, I'm bringing a guitar into the studio, acoustic to start with. Then we'll bring the Alecki in. Then we'll bring a bass. Then I'll bring the guitar, and I'll write songs for the callers. How about that? And we'll do an album. Well, that's it.
God, no.
Yes, the creativity is back. Burn, baby, burn. It's going further. Next Wednesday, we're going to record a double album's worth of material, improvised on the spot by me and Kath, for every caller that calls in. Beautiful. This is Sing Radio.
He's the righteous reporter.
That's a great idea, isn't it?
Who's got his finger on the pulse of UK politics. They should be scrutinised more closely. The Week with John Nicholson on Talk Radio. Sunday afternoon from 4.
Join the stout speaker with the Triple Lock Manifesto to bring you the week's big stories from Westminster as a centre Tory.
Journeying across the week's political landscape, debating all the pressing issues.
I'll be presiding over fast-paced political debate.
From budget cuts to
Political debate. Political debate.
All from his heavily reinforced radio dispatchable.
Read my lips. It's a 3-line whip to listen to The Week with John Nicholson.
Toying the party line. Sunday afternoon from 4
on Talk Radio. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee. Unfiltered Night Talk with the original king of unconventional conversation on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
0344 499. Sorry?
What was that noise?
It was just a noise. Just trying to. Here's the thing. I'm
Was it Duende?
Like a. Maybe like a teenager experimenting with his body, finding all the pleasures and pains that can be accessed via this huge piece of flesh that encapsulates and encases our soul. I'm rediscovering my body, the noises it makes, the pleasures, the pain, the embarrassment, the shame. I'm rediscovering all those things, and sometimes I like to rediscover my body on air, and that's what I'm doing tonight, Catherine. So
could you not?
Paul McCartney was playing at the Cavern tonight. Is it tonight?
Yeah. Someone on Twitter that follows me and I follow him had a nice picture of them.
When's the concert?
Cavern.
Who was it?
Dugdale. Paul Dugdale, I think his name is.
Oh, I've never heard of him. What'd you follow him for?
Follow me. He's
you having an affair with him?
No, he's a director. I mean, he's worked like with the Stones and all sorts. He does.
I've been to the Cavern. It's not the real Cavern. It's on the other side of the street. The old Cavern was knocked down, and McCartney's played there before. He played there, I think, in 2003. And I went there a couple of years ago to see Mick Dolenz and the Monkeys. But yeah, I would love to have seen that, guys. Haven't got tickets for the O2 shows. Oh man, I'd love it. I don't know.
It would be great. It just feels like McCartney is taunting us. He's circling us.
Yeah.
You know, he just pops up every now and again, just close enough that we could possibly have made it, but no one ever tells us. No one invites us.
Let's go to David Badcock. Good evening, David. Has your surname grown in the heat?
I beg your pardon?
Has your surname grown in the heat?
Babcock.
Has it grown in the heat?
No, I'm still David Babcock.
Yes, and has your surname... You know what I mean by surname, sir?
Yeah, Babcock.
Has it grown in the heat?
No, it's still the same size.
Okay, feels like we're not really getting anywhere.
Right.
With this. Okay, so what have you got for us tonight, David? Something spooky or something boring and spooky?
Well, I was driving home just now.
For Christmas?
No. So in my Nissan Micra.
Right.
And a big crack of thunder, lightning went over the car.
Okay.
And it's got me in the mood a little bit.
For what? For a phone-in?
It's a spooky story.
Okay, well, yes. So, that prelude was pointless. I love a good thunderstorm, though. I love a great thunderstorm, that rain. I love being outside in the rain, the only time, David, I've attempted intercourse outside was when it was very, very wet. It was raining so much, it's something primal about it. But I also felt very, very silly, and I said to her, "Look, can we go indoors now? Because it's a bit stupid out here."
It's a charming story.
Were you at the zoo at the time?
They were filming at the cavern. Anyway, David, let's hear your spooky story.
Right, yes, okay. Everybody on the listening in, you've got to strap yourselves down and get your ears ready for the spooky tale by me, David Babcock.
Yeah.
Right. A couple of months ago, my friend's cousin, a single mother, bought a new cell phone.
Is the single mother thing relevant? Because that felt a little bit mean.
I think it becomes clear.
Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. All right.
They bought a new mobile phone. After a long day of work, she came home, placed her phone on the counter and went to watch TV. Her son came to her and asked if he could play with her new phone. She told him not to call anyone or mess with text messages, and he agreed. Feeling spooky so far?
Nope.
Not really. It's quite a mundane story that I'm sure happens to many, many millions of people up and down the country.
It could happen to you.
Yeah, exactly. It could. In fact, it does happen every day. My kids say, "Can we borrow the phone?" And I say, "Well, yeah, but don't message anybody or phone anyone." I've started getting phone calls from my eldest when he's playing with his grandmother's phone. I had a phone call from him the other day. "What are you doing?" He said, "I'm on Yaya's phone." I said, "Does she know you're phoning me?" He went, "No." I went, "Good boy, well done."
Right.
Have we finished?
No, settle in for the rest of it.
Okay.
At around 11:20 p.m.
Yeah.
She was drowsy, so she decided to tuck her son in and go to bed.
How old is her son?
It doesn't say.
Who doesn't say?
My mind.
Okay. Just if he's old enough to play on phones and make phone calls, then surely you can tuck himself. Also, no one gets tucked in anymore because no one has sheets and blankets. And in this heat, it's like putting a dog in a hot car and closing the windows. You don't want to tuck your children in. This story is flawed.
Right. She walked to his room and saw that he wasn't there. She then ran over to her room to find him sleeping on her bed with the phone in his hand. Relieved, she picked her phone back up from his hand to inspect it. Browsing through it, she noticed only minor changes, such as a new background and banner, etc. But then she opened up her saved pictures. Am I still on?
Unfortunately, yes.
Right. But then she opened up her saved pictures.
Yeah.
She began deleting the pictures he had taken until only one new picture remained. Oh. When she first saw it, she was in disbelief and farted. It was her
She did what? She did what?
She's in disbelief.
When people are in shock, sometimes they expel their gases.
Okay.
So don't concentrate on... Right, it's the last paragraph.
Thank God for that, man. I feel like I'm living it in real... Yes.
When she first saw it, she was in disbelief.
Yes.
It was her son sleeping on her bed. But the picture was taken by someone else above him, and it showed the left half of an elderly woman's face. Night-night.
Well, no, hang on, no. Because now the age really does become relevant. I mean...
Let the baby bugs die.
No, you can't just go, because this could be... he's either... Right, so the son's about 17, we have to assume. For legal reasons, right? So he was having it off with an old woman.
No, well, it's not sex.
He was having an affair with his mum's friend. Yeah. No, not where you were going, no.
You are sleeping. you do not want to believe.
I think that's our problem. Well, thanks for that story of possibly incest, David.
He's not shagging his nan.
Or is he?
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
A new kind of talk radio. We'll get you talking.
Whether your business is small or large, your ambitions for it are always big. And at Santander, so are ours. That's why we've been awarded Business Bank of the Year for 4 years running. Because no matter what size your business, we have dedicated local business relationship managers who'll help you along the way. So with us in your corner, the sky's the limit. Visit santanderbusiness.co.uk to find out more. Here to help your business prosper. Santander.
Business Money Facts Award 2015 to 2018.
We've got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade goes.
At Selco Builders Warehouse, we've got real deals on a wide range of trade quality building products. In July, we've got Leyland 10-litre matte emulsion for only £7.49 each ex-VAT. Now that's a real deal. We've got even more real deals at Selco Builders Warehouse. For more information, see selcobw.com.
We've got it at Selco. Selco, it's where the trade goes.
At Green Flag, we think the AA are great. They've won bucketfuls of awards. They'll give you unlimited call-outs when you get in a pickle. Pickle. And they cover 100% of the UK. Very good indeed. So why do we think that is so great? Because Green Flag do all of this too. And we'll have you AA renewal quote. Green Flag. Common sense to the rescue.
There may be a charge for call-outs with the same problem. Savings based on our closest equivalent UK vehicle cover for vehicles 10 years and under. T's and C's apply.
Afternoons with Jamie East on Talk Radio.
Embark on an afternoon odyssey into a virtual adult playground. Broadcast at the intersection of the near future and the reimagined past.
Eastworld with Jamie East. Tomorrow afternoon from 1 on Talk Radio. A world of adventure.
Mad props to the West Wittering posse.
A world of fantasy.
Is there anybody out there? Is there anything out there?
A world of age-inappropriate footwear.
How much flack have I had this week for the clothes I wear?
Eastworld with Jamie East. Tomorrow afternoon from 1 on Talk Radio.
I was going to turn up in a nappy next week.
Listen without consequence. Uncut after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Okay, so Simon, Mark and Keith say they will come to you in a bit. 03444991000. This is Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle. Weeknights from 10. You can listen to Talk Radio on DAB, download the app or go to talkradio.co.uk. And loads of people ask us how to get into radio. Loads of people do. We had a lad here the other week who wanted to get into radio. We invited him in. My route was slightly cheating because I was on telly. I was on radio a little bit before I was on telly, but the career in radio started when I got on the telly, so my route was slightly different. Catherine's journalism training for a long time.
Yeah.
And then what was your first radio gig?
I worked at Hereward FM with Greater Peterborough as a newsreader.
Beautiful. Did you get paid?
Reporter. Yeah, not very much though.
Oh, you got money. And it's tough to get into radio, and I don't really know, and I'm thinking when I get into this new house, some of the things I want to make a little sort of weekly 5-minute video on how to do podcast, not the technical aspects of doing podcasts, but just how to do podcasts, and maybe we'll do little talks on how to get into radio and stuff like that. Don't know. But there's a local BBC radio station that's asking for new, untapped talent, new presenters.
Oh, that's good.
It is good, isn't it?
But they get a presenter job straight away?
Well, let's have a little look at the online video that they've put up on Twitter, and then we'll delve a little deeper. So this is let's have a little listen.
You have a passion for Nottinghamshire, right? Then you could become a presenter on BBC Radio Nottingham. It's for a brand new show, 5 nights a week from 7 p.m. You could be from here, or here, or here, or here. Come here to the Royal Concert Hall for the open auditions on Saturday the 28th of July. Just click on the link for more information. And by October, you could be sitting here presenting your very own radio show. Hi, I'm
What do you make of that so far?
Are they presenters?
Could be. I clicked on the link. Should we have a little look at the link? Because this is great. Although they're having auditions for okay, that's not generally how it works.
No, because they've got a really good. There's a journalism trainee scheme that you can also be. What did they have at that time when just before we left? They were doing a thing, weren't they, where someone got mentored for 6 months a year.
This is we click on the BBC website. This is an extraordinary opportunity for you to get your own show on this BBC local radio station. It's a brand new show, 5 nights a week, Monday to Friday, from 7 p.m. on air from the autumn. I've got thoughts on that 5 nights as well. You don't need any previous presenting experience, just a passion to be on the radio. You see where this is going? You'll be the sort of person who's full of energy and charisma and loves the area. You'll have an authentic voice of the area. This new show will celebrate the diversity of the city and county. To apply, come to Open. I'm so tempted to go. So tempted to go. We're in Manchester. Come to open auditions on Saturday the 28th of July at Level 2 Foyer, the Royal Concert Hall. Get well prepared and arrive at the venue from 9:30 to register. Final entry for registration will be 4 p.m. Last audition will be 5 p.m. There's no guarantee you'll be seen, depending on the number of people who want to audition. So already it's like, you might not get in. Okay. You need to give your contact details, auditions, round 1. You see where this is going yet?
So they're doing it like the X Factor.
You will appear in front of a panel of judges with talent show style buzzers.
Oh no, come on.
The audition will take place in the foyer, not the big stage. This is to find talent to present a radio show. You have up to 60 seconds to tell your story. Your story could be about you or something local that you care about. In fact, anything so long as it's your own story. Each judge will give a verbal yes or no. 3 or more yeses means you're through to round 2. Round 2. A shortlist will be drawn up by the management team. The team will look at video and audio recorded in round 1 of the people who got 3 or more yeses. Right, so round 2 is the management look at the video of the people in round 1. What happens next? If successful, you'll be contacted the following week, be asked to complete an application form and will be invited for an interview. This will include a voice test. Working for the BBC. If you're successful in being selected for this opportunity, you'll be employed by the BBC on a 12-month fixed-term contract. On average, you'll be working 35 hours a week, typically Monday to Friday, 2 o'clock in the afternoon till 10 p.m. You'll be given training and be supported by BBC producers. You could be hosting your own show on BBC Radio by October. Terms and conditions. You'll be responsible for meeting your own travel expenses to the auditions. There's no parking at the venue. No food or refreshments will be provided at the auditions. You might have to queue outside, so check the weather. Successful auditionees will be contacted and name publicised on BBC Radio, possibly TV, and online. Unsuccessful auditionees will not be recorded. You may be filmed and audio recorded by the BBC, and your audition may be used by the BBC for broadcast and or appear on BBC online websites. So thanks for turning up. We've got loads of free content.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
High fives all round, because we're going to take this to that local radio award thing where we can show off the fact that we're doing something creative.
I think this is disgusting. I think this is absolutely disgusting. There's more. You need to be 18 years or over, but this is your one and only chance to audition. No other dates are available. Last audition will be 5. There's no guarantee you'll be seen. There is no payment or expenses for the audition or second round interview. We may use the BBC reserves the right to refuse entry.
But is that job paid at the end?
Who knows? What's this? Hang on a second. Is
right
this...
now we're on BBC Radio Nottingham. We've got Jay Littles on the radio right now with Inspiration Is You.
Yo, I see you, cousin. I was there when teacher said you want amount to nothing. No amount of bad energy could account for nothing. You overcame every obstacle and mountain coming. Studied hard to graduate with a first. I'm glad you stay getting everything you deserve. Who needs famous? You're true inspiration.
Only you to face.
No, some video advertising it. So. I think that's awful. So, So there's a job going hosting a radio show, right? And there are loads of really talented people out there that work in the industry or are producers or are bubbling under or whatever that might want to go for it. So no one who's done it before is going to go for an open audition because that's crazy. Right? It's absolutely crazy. So people that might, no one's going to go for that, right? So it's great that new people are getting seen. Fantastic. But they're recording you so that they can play it out on the radio and probably on the local TV show as well. So they're getting free content out of people. It's the BBC, and they've nicked a format from ITV. It's not that original, the yes-no thing, but it's X Factor. Britain's Got Talent. That's what it is. They've nicked that format. And management, it's not really a talent show anyway, because management will see the video. Basically, it's a whittling down process for management to go, yeah. Then you get invited. It just sounds like a right load of old bollocks, and it's exploitative, and it will. I can't quite put my finger on why I think it's awful, but I think it's awful.
Here's what I think.
Go on. I'm keen to hear, because I can't quite verbalise the problem I have with it.
There are loads of people already working within BBC Local who never get looked at properly, who are put in pigeonholes early doors, and, under the misapprehension that somehow they're going to rise through the ranks and maybe the BBC recruits from within.
Yeah.
And this is further evidence that actually they don't give a toss about the people they've already got. But also, they're hoping they're going to get loads of fun stuff that they can put out on YouTube and stuff. That's what it's about. It's about clicks and likes, and I don't really think it's about helping someone get a career.
And that thing about, you might have to queue around the corner. You won't. I suspect you'll get like 25 people turning up. And you're right, people go and start right at the bottom at the BBC. They go and make the tea, and they go and, sit in the station cars and warm them up so that they're warm to be, all of that in the hope that they might get a chance to fill in for a presenter who is sick one day. And then, that's it. And of course I'm not against new talent. It would be great for new talent to, I just don't think doing it as a competition for people who are desperate for a job, I think is exploitative.
Yeah.
I think it's exploitative.
I also don't think it's fair on that person, right? I know what it entails doing a 5-day-a-week job, right?
Yeah.
If your first job in radio is presenting a 5-night-a-week show, unless you're something really, really special, you're doomed to make a, I don't know, you could really knock the confidence out of someone.
And this is me extrapolating now, I suspect they will get a team of people that, I imagine, I don't know, that they'll have a professional old hand in the studio who will throw to, and here's one of our presenters that we got from the open auditions that you'll have heard about. This is a package put together by Steve, and then it's like, hi, I'm Steve, and I'm stood outside the town hall to talk about busking. I suspect it'll be that kind of thing. I don't know, but I suspect it.
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope it's someone's big break. I would never, I'm
that'd
not the
be
sort of
great.
person who, because
Yes.
you've been punched in the gut, someone else should get it in the face.
Yep.
All good, if it works out for people, but I do think it feels like it's more for their benefit than than the successful auditioners and the unsuccessful auditioners.
It feels like a really snarky idea to get free content out of people who are desperate for a job.
I can see the clips package that they're going to put on Twitter and on YouTube, and they'll all be high-fiving each other at the Gillard Awards, and they might win a prize for it, like they did for those knitted poppies.
Let's go to Keith. Evening, Keith.
Hello, you two.
Hello, Keith.
Nice to speak to you. I enjoyed listening to you, the stuff you did with your sons the other day, the kite making.
Oh, yeah, we had a good old-fashioned day.
You took me back to Emma when she was 8. She's 24 now.
Yeah.
Mine was not as good as yours,
These are great kites. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, it was nice to hear, and what I want to share with you anyway, we've had a week together this week, and we've been, Catherine might know this area, and I took Emma there when she was 8. It's called Castleton, which is just on the other side. It's actually in the Peak District, but it's just on the other side of Stockport, and you're about 10 miles from Buxton. Are you aware of it, Catherine? Is Catherine not on?
I am, no.
I don't know whether you're aware of it. I first came across Castleton I did geology at GCSE and, as a field trip, and it's really quite a special spiritual place.
Yes.
I don't know whether are you aware of it?
We are unaware of it. We are unaware of it. Yeah. So what happened?
It's a lovely place to be.
Yes.
Anyway, just following on from stuff to do like with your kids.
Yeah.
I'm still in the Youth Hostel Association.
Hang on a minute, but you're an old man.
You'd be surprised how many. Like they've got one in Castlesfield there in Manchester. Lots of Aussies do it.
Yeah.
Because it's like 15 quid a year and
I wouldn't be
like,
surprised how many old men
and they've
are still
got
in the Youth Hostel Association.
licensed restaurant and
Yes.
excellent
Okay.
accommodation.
So hang on, you took your daughter youth hosteling?
Well, we've always done it because you know.
I've only ever hosteled. Once, and it was in Japan, and we thought it would be. We wanted to go to this tiny little village in the sort of northwest of Japan, because there was a big festival that apparently is amazing, and it was. But we booked it late, and all the hotels were booked up. It was an incredible festival. So I found we're only going to be there for 2 or 3 nights. 3 nights. I found a monastery that you could stay in, right? It was the worst experience of my life. I had an argument with a Frenchman about how to cook a jacket potato. Proper argument about how to cook a jacket potato with a Frenchman.
Well, I had a similar experience because I went to New York, you know, like under the same guise as a member of the English Youth Hostel Association, and it was near Central Park, and it was awful. So, but in this country, the standards now, I mean, the one where I'm from in
hotels,
you've got your license.
Hotels.
No, well, yeah, well...
Airbnb. I said Airbnb. Hotel for me.
Well, you're going to pay 85 quid.
Yes.
But,
I would rather pay 85 quid.
I'm trying to share with you, like, as a tip.
I know, but I know, and I'm trying to inject a little bit of fun into it, because that's my job.
Right.
That's my job.
Yeah, and it's...
that's my job.
Yeah, that's a lovely one there in Castleton. Edale is only 4 miles away.
Okay.
Anyway, the last thing I want to share with you is that...
Am I allowed to inject fun in it, or do I have to sit here passively? Because now I feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, for once.
Okay. Right, I'll sit here passively.
Yeah, because we were going to go... We've stayed
So
2
close
nights,
to cutting you
and
off, yes.
we spotted a place about 20 miles near Bakewell.
Do you know it, Kath?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Okay.
Oh, do you? But you probably know better than me. And, you know, I'm into sort of like Stonehenge and stuff like that. And
yes, man.
Check out a place, we were going to go today, but, you know, hot and tired. It's called Arbor Low. A-R...
Don't spell it! Why are you spelling it? Don't spell it!
You can look it up.
I'm not going to.
Arbor Low.
Yes.
And they call it the British Stonehenge.
Okay. Well,
Stonehenge is British, isn't it?
Yeah, Britain has a Stonehenge.
Yeah, well, you know, north of our end, you know, and it's...
well, why would they call it the British Stonehenge?
Because it's monolithic. It's like 2.5 BC, 2,500 years BC, and looks quite spectacular, you know, when you see it.
Okay.
We're going to go this afternoon, but it was too late and too hot, but we'll do it again.
Excellent.
And just tips for you know.
Yep.
And as I say, any parents who are looking for
yes.
You know, for good accommodation and fellowship, especially as a single parent.
Fellowship.
Well, I don't mean that in a...
No, I know. I know. I get the word fellowship. But,
you know, and it's excellent accommodation. And I know that sounds a bit benign and
go
boring,
to a hotel.
I just wanted to share it with you.
Well, Keith, I'm glad you shared it with us. Thank you very much. It feels like we've seen a wonderful picture of your life, and I'm sure lots of people will be envious. Thank you very much indeed. 0344 499 1000. Simon and Mark, stay there. We'll be coming to you shortly. An hour. Do you know what? If I were asked to what just happened, what we've done in the last hour, I wouldn't be able to tell you. Honestly, I can't remember any of the stuff that we've talked about. Apparently the online is down, so go to YouTube, listen on DAB, but if you don't really care, there's a pony station. 0344 499 1000. My name is Iain Lee. Her name is Catherine Boyle. We are on Talk Radio weeknights between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m. This is the late night alternative.
Talk Radio. Contact Talk Radio. Call 0344 499 1000. Text Talk and your message to 87222. Text costs 25p plus your standard network rate. Or you can tweet us at Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
We'll get you talking.
Yes, downstairs. Go on. Just do that.
The assumption that
anyone can just do it and do it 5 nights a week.
Everyone hates it when their broadband slows down. But with the ultimate speed guarantee only from Vodafone, you get super fast broadband speeds or money off until it's fixed. And our pay monthly customers can get super fast fibre broadband for only £21 a month. The future is exciting.
He's got a job,
Ready?
so why would he humiliate himself by turning up
18-month
and
agreement
also
subject
getting
to credit
trouble
check and
with his
availability. New and upgrading customers only. Terms apply. Visit vodafone.co.uk/broadband.
Well done, guys. Well done. We couldn't choose one winner, so we've chosen 5.
Make your business look a business. What about not needing a big deposit? What about how affordable it is? You could get a brand new Ford Transit Custom for just £239 a month. What a price. What a mighty good price.
Business users initial rental £1,500 plus 20% back, 35 months. Admin fee £165 plus 20% back. Conditions apply.
Go to vanarama.co.uk and lease a Vanarama van.
On the outside, I'm Hannah Woods, but on the inside, I'm Jessica Ennis-Hill. I can't run the 100-metre hurdles, but now I go running in my lunch break with my friend from work. We keep each other going. So what Jess and I do have in common is the desire to get up and get active in the first place. And that's where my Vitality Life Insurance really helps, by giving me money off gym membership and half price on a lovely new pair of trainers.
Take out Vitality Life Insurance today and you could get 40% off monthly gym membership at selected Virgin Active and Nuffield health clubs. Just search Vitality. A gym joining fee, minimum monthly premiums and conditions apply.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Talk Radio, on the hour news headlines.
With the latest, I'm Serena Farrow. The evening commute has been delayed for thousands of rail passengers. And there's also been a surge in A&D emissions on the hottest day of the year so far. Many train services are running more slowly so rails don't buckle. Eurotunnel has cancelled thousands of tickets to the continent tomorrow because of aircon problems. This woman tweeted her frustration while stuck in 5-hour queues.
There's water available and there's an air-conditioned place, but to be honest, having just heard that we are going to be another 2 hours, we are just dying. The kids are struggling massively. It is an absolute shambles, and I hope we get a refund.
Cannabis-based medicine will be allowed to be prescribed in the UK from this autumn. The Home Secretary is changing how it's classified after pressure from campaigners. The BBC's been told it can't appeal in its legal battle with Sir Cliff Richard. Last week, the singer won a privacy case against the corporation after it televised a police raid on his home back in 2014. Sky's Ashish Joshi has been at the hearing in central London.
It was up to the BBC to present a case where they said they had compelling arguments that the outcome would be different the second time round, and the judge dismissed it. He said, you haven't presented any evidence to suggest that when this goes to the Court of Appeal, it will be in your favour.
A man's on the run after being convicted in his absence of killing his date when a speedboat overturned on the River Thames in 2015. 30-year-old web designer didn't turn up for his manslaughter trial at the Old Bailey. talkRADIO has been told that talk of stockpiling food for a no-deal Brexit could well be political scaremongering. The government says it'll act to secure food supplies if the UK leaves the EU without a deal in March. But Henry Hill from Conservative Home has told us that making the prospect of a no-deal seem unworkable is good for the Prime Minister's Brexit White Paper.
Part of Theresa May's preparations for no deal involve trying to sort of present the state as so terrifying or horrifying.
Where did you go, Nando's?
No, we tried to, but
you got kicked out.
Johnny,
you sit there. Nico, you sit there.
Nando's run out of chicken.
What?
So
he went to GBK and GBK was closed.
The question is now whether or not the Brexiteers...
Nando's ran out of chicken?
Chancellor Alex Ferguson has spoken publicly for the first time since he had emergency surgery and a brain hemorrhage in May. In a video message released by Manchester United, he thanked staff who saved his life. Turning to the weather now, and it'll stay dry and warm for the most of us this evening. Thunderstorms, though, in southern central eastern England.
The cameras are recording, but they activate.
Well,
thank you for that, guys. I appreciate
it.
Just play the bed for a little bit for us. Just give us a second.
Across the UK, online and...
Yeah, go, walk in front of those, walk in front of those, walk in front of those. We've got Periscopers on there. Headphones, we're going to take a couple of calls.
Nocturnal emissions from a legend of late-night radio. On air.
Hang on a minute. It's been a weird one tonight, guys.
Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
Here we go. 0344 499 1000. You can hear some noise in the background. And this is something that me and Catherine and the team here at Virgin and Talk and everybody's been working on for quite a while. And a lot of people on Periscope are saying, what is the T-shirt you were wearing? Well, this is the new thing. This is Brooklyn Tidal with an E. You've heard it here first, guys. This is a whole 360 circular online platform that we are launching. It's going to be a YouTube phenomenon, but it's going to be even bigger than that. It's going to be content, it's going to be pranks, it's going to be skits and sketches and songs and celebrities and unknowns and all kinds of great stuff, because TV is dead. TV don't work no more. So we have decided that we are going to kind of build... Well, it's going to be an empire, Catherine.
Well, that's the plan.
That's the plan.
And we're starting with 2 people.
We are starting with 2 people that some of you will know. Some of you will know one of them. We've got Nico in. Nico, nice to see you again.
Hello.
Nico, you didn't come into the studio last time, did you? We had you on the phone.
Yeah.
Talking about, for those of you who remember or don't, Nico, you went to an EDL march, and you are, I believe it would be fair to say, a person of colour.
Yes,
I think
am,
that is... That was I don't know, was that a brave thing or was that a stupid thing to do?
That's what everyone's been saying to me. I feel like I analysed the situation enough. There's police and stuff there as well. So I felt like I could take the risk to make it work.
There's some tense stuff. There was the bit with the guy saying that black people can't think properly or something.
Oh yeah, that was at the Trump.
The Trump.
Yeah, well, it was like an EDL march, but like all welcoming Trump. And he said black people can't they're mentally slaved.
That was it. Yeah. Okay, okay. And that was a very uncomfortable thing.
Yeah, it was.
And we got Johnny with us as well. Hey, Johnny.
How's everyone doing?
Everyone's right. You've got to come close to these microphones. I know it looks fancy, this studio, but it's rubbish. Now, Johnny, you're... see, I'm still learning this language, okay? I really want to immerse myself in this world. But a YouTuber, an influencer, what is it?
I would say I'm a YouTuber, because... It's mainly YouTube work around. I'd say an influencer is someone who does everything on social media.
Yeah.
So but yeah, YouTuber.
Okay.
I would say is
and what kind of stuff? Because a lot of the listeners will be familiar with Nico's work. What kind of stuff do you do for those that haven't seen you before? And we'll get all the plugs in a bit as well.
I'd say I basically take life as it is, as someone my age and maybe people around my age.
You're a young man. What are you? 20?
I'm 20. Yeah.
20 years old. Okay.
So I kind of direct my base my videos around this type of age and relatable things that happen.
Yeah.
But instead of just talking about them, I make skits in it. So like, say if things that happen at school, I'll show examples of what happened in school, maybe over exaggerate and make it a bit more funny than what it would usually be.
Okay. The thing I've noticed about both your videos is you can do amazing stuff now. With you can get a decent camera for a couple of £100. You can edit stuff. My favourite one of yours, Johnny, is the things that happen to teenage boys. And there was a lovely bit where there's 2 of you walking down the street. It's nuts what you can do these days. How easy have you found it to kind of get your head around all this?
Well, I did go college and do media, but to be honest, it didn't really teach me that much.
Right,
it's really all self-taught. I think, is that with you as well?
Yeah. It's like, the more you practice it, the better you get.
Yeah, just YouTube tutorials and just stuff like that, and then you just pick up stuff as you go along.
We got a couple of calls. Let's take a couple of calls. We've got Bill on the line. Evening, Bill.
Oh, hi. Hello, Ian.
Bill, you're through to Nico and Johnny. What would you like to say to them?
I was actually ringing up to talk to you about, you were asking about what you were telling your boy about the meaning of life and the universe and everything.
What?
And I just wondered what your conclusion you came to. And then these Nicole and, was it Johnny or whatever such, doing these videos as such, and it wrong-footed me.
Okay, well, I don't remember was I talking, Catherine, about telling my boys about...
you were talking about Van Daniken and, was God an astronaut, etc.,
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't telling my boys that, because I don't want to blow their minds. I've got a theory that we lived on Mars, like 1 million years ago. Try not to cough. That we lived on Mars about 1 million years ago, and that because of whatever reason, a war or global warming or something, that we kind of moved here... but I wasn't telling the boys. But Bill, what's your question? We got Nico and Johnny here. They got young, active, creative minds. What would you like to ask them?
Well, are they going to be doing anything like on the Discovery channels when they're doing now famous people and things like that? I mean, something interesting that's not sort of flim-flam.
Yeah, Johnny, can we do anything on the Discovery channel like they do with these famous people? Make it interesting, not flim-flam.
Not that I know of at the moment, but we never know what the future holds.
Okay, all right. Does that answer your question, Bill?
Sweet. Not particularly. It doesn't make me want to sort of, go out and buy a computer, especially for that or whatever. But, I tend to watch, channels like the History channels and things like that, because I prefer TV that, it's a bit like...
TV's dead, Bill! TV's dead! It's dead!
Well, all right, says you.
So, how rude. Right, he's gone. Let's go to Simon. Simon, you're through to Johnny and Nico. What would you like to say to them? By the way, 0344 499 1000 if you've got any questions. What would you like to say to them, Simon? They're the future.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello. What I would like to say to you guys is thanks, I'll speak to you later, bye.
Okay.
Great question. Although that made more sense than the call before, so...
What was that? Now listen, I'm so pleased, Nico, it's great to meet you at last. Johnny, it's so nice to meet you. I'm so thrilled that we're going to be working together on this Brooklyn title. Nico, what does Brooklyn title mean for you? This is the first time we kind of mentioned it. We're doing a soft launch. What does it mean to you, and why should people be excited by it?
I think it's so great that we've been given an outlet to put our content on. And that's why I sort of jumped at the opportunity, because I feel like we can progress to the next level on Brooklyn Title.
Okay, Johnny, and you, what does it mean to you? Is he a 20-year-old young guy? I remember being 25 years ago, quarter of a century ago, as this guy's age. What does it mean to you, Brooklyn Title?
Yeah, same as what Nico said. I'm grateful for this opportunity to be able to put my content on another platform and basically expand and show other people what YouTube is about.
Speaking of expansion, we were talking about expansion earlier on with the doctor.
Oh, best not.
Best not go there.
No.
Okay. Apparently certain parts of your body expand in the summer. This is what we are hearing.
Really?
Oh, I think I saw that on Twitter.
Yeah, that's nuts. It's certainly
well,
not...
it's not nuts, no.
No, it's not nuts. It's a little bit. All right, well, listen, give us your hashtags. What are your hashtags so that people can come out there and find you online?
Nico Defence League, NDL.
Say it again?
Nico Defence League, NDL.
Okay.
You want to find me, Nico Omalana, part of the Nico Defence League NDL movement.
You make it sound so terrifying then. He's not... And Johnny, what are your hashtags?
I'd say hashtags is Keza Army. But to find me, you probably just type in Johnny Carey on YouTube.
Beautiful.
And I run the Keza Army.
The Keza Army.
Not to be confused with what that could be ever seen as, but it's because my surname's Carey.
Okay. I'm so looking forward to working with you two. This is going to be... I'm really excited. Listen, lovely to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, guys. Wish you the best of luck. Catherine, if you want to escort these young gentlemen off the premises, 0344 499 1000. This is Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Can you whack a trail at the end of this as well? Just give us a bit longer. Guys, so lovely to see you. Let's get a picture here, shall we?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, man.
So weird for everyone.
I know.
Make the Panorama van make your business look business. What about not needing a big deposit?
So did you get to eat?
What about how affordable it is?
Right.
You could get a brand new Ford Transit Custom for just £239 a month. What a price! What a mighty good price!
Business users initial rental £1,500 plus 20% VAT, 35 months. Admin fee £165 plus 20% VAT. Conditions apply.
Go to vanorama.co.uk and lease a Vanorama van.
Lovely, guys. I've got to crack on. Catherine will see you.
Always big. And it's
out.
So are ours. That's why we've been awarded Business Bank of the Year for 4 years.
You can do that. All right.
Because no matter what size your business, we have dedicated local business relationship managers who will help you along the way. So with us in your corner, the sky's the limit. Visit santanderbusiness.co.uk to find out more. Here to help your business prosper.
Thank you, man.
Santander.
Business Money Facts Award 2015 to 2018.
We got it at Selco. Selco is where the trade goes.
Selco Builders Warehouse, we've
gonna
got
sort that
brilliant
out?
deals on a wide
Thank you,
range of
guys.
trade quality building products. In July, we've got Leyland
Lovely stuff. All right, we're back, guys.
Each expat. Now that's a real deal. We've got even more real deals at Selco Builders Warehouse. For more information, see selcobw.com.
We've got it at Selco. Selco is where the trade goes.
He's the righteous reporter who's got his finger on the pulse of UK politics.
They should be scrutinised more closely.
The Week with John Nicholson on Talk Radio, Sunday afternoon from 4.
Join the stout speaker with the Triple Lock Manifesto to bring you the week's big stories from Westminster, as I said to Tony.
Journeying across the week's political landscape, debating all the pressing issues.
I'll be presiding over fast-paced political debate.
From budget cuts to Brexit, or ballots to backbenchers.
All from this heavily reinforced radio Reader's Network. Read my lips. It's a 3-line whip to listen to The Week with John Nicholson. Toying the Party Line, Sunday afternoon from 4 on Talk Radio.
The wild man of late night radio.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
We have ways of making you talk.
Exciting times. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. The switchboard is free. I tell you what we'll do between now and midnight. I'm feeling sexy. Between now and midnight, we'll take calls straight to air. Put your feet up, Sam. Go and have a lie down. Go and have a cup of tea. We'll take calls straight to air, just until midnight. What that means is you call up. We will not answer. No, we will answer. Otherwise, there's no point. Of course we'll answer. But we won't call you back. You'll phone up. And you will, it will ring, and when I see you on the screen, I will click a button, and you'll come on air. The only rules are, don't swear, don't be libelous, don't be rude, and, well, you can be rude, actually, if you want, but just don't swear, and don't be libelous. 03499 1000. 0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, call straight to air. There is it. Oh, can I just, by the way, my boys love the Beano, right? Love the Beano. And it's such a joy when I go round to the house to see my eldest just sat there reading his Beano comic. And thank you to Beano, who sent me a goodie bag packed full of stuff, including some Beano top trumps. Oh, yes, mate. That's getting taken on the flight to New York. And they've brought back the little black plastic fan club wallets. They've brought them back with the badge of Nasher with the googly eyes. Oh, I'm so thrilled. So thank you, guys. Love the Beano. Line 1, you are on the wireless.
You smell of poo and wee.
I can't dispute that. I cannot, at this precise moment in my life, I cannot dispute that. I would throw into the mix the rather heady smell of sweat. And also a bit of Kath's perfume, because she had a little spritz earlier on. I smell awful, and I said, can I have a spritz of that? I don't get, line 2, I don't get why some scents are male and some are female. If something smells nice, it smells... I'm not averse to wearing perfume.
That's good to know.
Yeah, okay.
But I think traditionally there are male and female scents, aren't there?
Why?
Well, in the same way that words are male and female in some languages.
Don't be so stupid. Don't be so stupid.
Well, no, but in France, some of the French are male and female verbs and nouns, aren't they?
Yes, but that's obvious. Like a cat is female and a dog is male. That's obvious.
But you get female dogs and male cats.
Yeah, but dogs are obviously more masculine than cats.
Yeah. Have you seen tigers? Have you?
Yeah, and there's something very feminine about them.
Yeah, but they're more masculine than, say, a poodle.
Well, you say that.
I did.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't actually make any sense.
Well, I can't answer your question because I haven't been prepared, so I'm bringing something else to flummox you.
Okay.
How am I doing?
You're doing absolutely terribly.
Okay, fine. By the way, you owe me 10 pence. I bought the Daily Star today.
No,
and
we're not in it.
Your thing's still in it.
Also,
so can I get the?
Can I just say it's Le Tigre?
Aren't French animals sounding different as well?
It's okay. Don't change the subject. Tiger is masculine, mate.
Right. Okay.
So your point is
you get female tigers.
Yeah, but tiger is masculine.
And
cats,
female tigers are more dominant than male tigers. They bring up the children and everything, and they run the pack.
Okay, thanks very much for calling. Let's go to line 2. Good evening, line 2.
Ian, hello.
Hello, line 2.
It's Mark, Netflix correspondent.
Have we got a Netflix correspondent?
Well, yeah, we talked about a few things on Netflix the other week about...
hang on.
Andre the Giant was on Sky Atlantic, but...
Oh, and I gave you the position of Netflix correspondent!
Yes.
Okay.
Right, so I've just watched Peach Dragon, a 1977 remake with Mickey Rooney and Jim Dale with Robert Redford. You seen that with the kids?
Right, so this isn't the Jim Dale version, this is the Robert Redford version.
Yes.
Any good?
Brilliant.
Oh.
Absolutely brilliant.
Oh, is it?
So that leads me to say, is Robert Redford the greatest actor of our generation? All right, listen, let me give you 5 films, yeah?
Yeah.
Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid, The Sting, The Natural, All the President's Men, Sneakers, 6. All right, one more, Brubaker.
I don't think I've ever seen a Robert Redford film.
You're joking.
I don't.
You must have seen Butch Cassidy, the Sundance Kid.
I don't think I have, no.
Wow, The Sting?
No, definitely not seen that. I know the song. It's time for the sting. They're playing pool and they're gonna sting you. They're gonna sting you when they play pool. They'll trick you and you'll be a fool. Here is the sting. Oh.
Yeah, they're the words. They're the words.
Yeah, they're the words. I've seen. Have you ever seen a Robert Redford film?
Yeah, I love Robert Redford. In fact, I lent you one and I never got it back.
Which one?
The Way We Were.
The Way... I'm not going to watch that.
There we were.
Oh, it's lovely, that film.
There's also a film on Netflix called All at Sea with Robert Redford where he gets lost in the boat by himself, which is absolutely brilliant. For an actor to play, like, just no one else in it for the whole film.
Oh, that would be the easy... No, that people say that's tough acting. That would be the easiest acting. Films where there's only one person in it.
Well, you'd have to wait for your part, do you?
No.
Just keep talking.
Films where there's only one person in it. There's a great one with Ryan Reynolds where he wakes up and he's in a coffin. And the whole film is in a coffin. It's a great... Have you seen it?
Yeah.
It's a great film, isn't it?
Yeah, he sticks the lighter on and like, he's in the coffin.
Yes, man. Ryan Reynolds in the coffin, man. I know what I'm doing there.
Ian, just 2 more things quickly, yeah?
Yes,
listen, you've got 2 kids, and my son's 7. He's obsessed with this game called Fortnite.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what the game I'm talking about?
Of course I do, mate, because I'm my finger's on the pulse of Fortnite's like yesterday's news.
Do you let your kids play it?
Yep.
I'm just wondering. It's like shooting, and the bigger guns you get, the more people you kill.
Well, here's the thing. My boys are 8 and 6, and 8.5.
Yeah, my boy's 7. My boy's 7.
And I can understand why some parents would be worried about game where you run around with a gun. I get that, and I would never judge anyone who would be a bit iffy on that. I was a bit iffy on it, but I played it.
Yeah.
And for most of the game, you don't do any shooting. It's like about 10. If you're any good, it's about 10 minutes of hiding and building, and 30 seconds and jumping, and 30 seconds of shooting, and then that's it, right? And it's there's no blood, there's no gore, and it's quite unrealistic action. It's quite cartoony, I think. But so it's funny that everyone picks up on the shooting bit, but no one picks up on the building bit. No one's going, my kid won't stop building in the backyard.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
and that's the main thrust of the game. So I don't think it's pumping out evil vibes that make it addictive. I think it's addictive because it's a really good game, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've spent more money on V-Bucks in the last month than I've spent on diesel for my tank.
Well then you're an idiot. We've not spent a penny on V-Bucks. Is the money you use in the game to buy stuff. We've not spent a penny on it. I won't let the boys buy anything. So they go and play the game.
What, so they don't get no skins or nothing like that?
No, of course not. Why would they want skins?
Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong.
How much have you spent on it then?
Well, it gets $7.99 the first of every month to get 300 V-Bucks.
Mate, that's the cost of level 2 package on Netflix. He doesn't need it.
Yeah.
I do not let the boys make any in-game purchases. Not at all. Occasionally if I'm there. No, we've never made an in-game purchase.
Yeah, no, he's never made it himself, but I said to him, and he's so obsessed with it. I said, and then now I'm thinking, am I doing right by doing this, by giving him $7.99 every month to get these 300 V-Bucks to get skin or to get one of the things you fly through the air with down on Dindley Town, wherever it's called.
Nah, don't cancel it. Save the money. Save the money, and explain to him what you're doing, because the kids haven't got a concept of money. So explain to them, look, this is nearly £8 a month, and this would buy you, 2 comics a week, and I'm stopping it because I don't think you need it. And also, this is what I do with the kids. If I find them getting a little bit too aggy about games and stuff, I turn it off. I say, right, well, we've had enough for today, so we're going to go out in the garden now, and we're going to go and play, or we're going to sit quietly with our screens off and read, or we're going to go to the shops, or we're going to go to the park. You just turn it off. And my boys, my boys are good. My boys are good with me turning off. I don't know about other family members, but they're good. You can do it, man.
No. I mean, he wouldn't get the Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I turned it off, then I'd turn it off and
Tough guy, huh? Tough guy, huh? Yeah, Mark's threatening a 7-year-old. Tough guy, Mark.
All right, and ta-ta.
Nice to talk to you, mate. Ta-ta. I like him. He's our Netflix correspondent. I forgot we had one. Boyley's back in the room. We're taking calls straight to air till midnight, just because it's too hot it's too hot to not. It's too hot for formalised chat. Hey, right, so we're in Manchester tomorrow, going to Manchester tomorrow, which is exciting. I'll pick you up about 1:30.
Yes.
Something like that.
Yes.
And we'll go drive up there, and we're going to Chelsea's. We're doing the show live from Chelsea's. Somebody stop there. Stockport. No, Manchester we're going to.
No, she's in Stockport.
Well, that's miles away. It's like 100 miles away.
No, it's not. It's near Manchester. It's in Manchester.
It can't be in...
It's Greater Manchester.
It can't be in... It is... Manchester is great. I love it. But it can't be in Manchester, because Manchester is the place. Stockport's on the south coast, isn't it? Isn't it?
You're thinking of Portsmouth or Southampton?
Okay, well, we'll look at it. Okay. So we're doing the show from Chelsea's tomorrow.
Yeah. And
so tomorrow at midday, I'm going to tweet her address, and everybody's welcome to turn. I'm joking. You can hear Chelsea's family going, what? So we're doing that. And then Saturday lunchtime, Kath and I are going to go to Annie's, which is Jenny McAlpine's cafe, restaurant, diner. And we're going to go and have some food there.
Mm-hmm.
And then in the evening, the show starts at 7:30. I think, maybe 7. I think it's 7:30. I don't really know. Okay. We'll be doing possibly the last ever Rabbit Hole show in Manchester. Because it's been a really hard work. So there's only 2 tickets left. There are 2 tickets left in a really small venue that we should have sold out like that. So, I don't know.
People are busy. It's the summer holidays.
Screw those losers.
All that stuff.
Yeah, it's true. I know it's tough. We get it. But if you want the last 2 tickets, Ticket Source... No, if you go to iainlee.com/event, and also you'll see all of the other tour dates there. Manchester, Edinburgh in September, Glasgow. I think it's like the first Saturday and Sunday in September. It's Edinburgh and then Glasgow. Boy, oh boy, we're going to take a hit on that. I've just had to get £120 worth of posters printed up. We've sold 30 tickets in each venue that holds about 200. Plus we've got to get the flights and the hotel. And the train from Edinburgh to Glasgow.
But...
No, don't.
We're taking the show out of London, and that was always the aim, all right? And sometimes it's going to work, and sometimes it ain't.
Yeah, that's right. But it'll be nice. So if you want to come 0344... No, what am I doing?
What are you doing?
I'm tired, man.
I'm the same, you know.
iainlee.com/event. iainlee.com/event. And it's got the dates and the ticket links and all of that.
What I'm most looking forward to? Yeah. Having a really good lie-in. Because my mum's away... I think it's very bad of her because no one's looking after the kids for an hour in the morning so I can have a kip.
Selfish.
I am just not functioning very well at the moment. And I'm only on week 1. They've got another week off.
What do you mean they've got another week off?
Mum and
your
Dad,
parents?
The kids have got another, what?
5.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Don't fall asleep in the car tomorrow. I want entertainment. And
You always fall asleep when I'm driving.
I do no such thing. I provide witty entertainment.
Once the sweeties are gone, you're out like a light.
I provide bon mots for the whole journey.
You do not.
I do. I'm a funny guy. I'm a funny guy to be in a car with. If I'm driving, I'm even funnier because I do funny driving. Do like Mr. T driving, where you just turn the steering wheel like that. Do all that shiz, man.
Please don't.
Yeah, we have great laugh. Got some great 1968 rare German psychedelia by the group Can to listen to tomorrow. We'll be listening to a Can box set I got.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Call straight to air 0344 499 1000 just until midnight, and then we'll
do something else.
Then we'll do something else. Oh, I tell you what, me and Kath need a little bit of help as well. We are giving a talk in September, like a radio kind of conference. All the bigwigs are going to be. It's how we got this job. We went there and sold ourselves. And it's all the bigwigs are going to be there. All of the big names are going to be there. But actually, we don't really have a clue what to talk about. It's like 12, it'd be 12 or 15 minutes, 12 minutes probably, talk to our peers and those above us, the Joe Wileys, and those below us. I won't mention their names. But we don't know I haven't got a clue what we can talk about. Last time we talked about how important it is to have a good presenter-producer relationship. That's something I don't actually agree with anymore.
Oh,
but
God.
No, I mean, sweet Jesus Christ. No. Ugh. And as it will be proven when you're off for 2 weeks, and I do even better shows. I do good shows. I do great shows. I do the greatest shows of all time, the 2 weeks that you're off.
I mean, don't hold back now. Do one now. No, not that.
No, I won't. I won't. 0344 499.
Idiot.
Yeah, 1000. That's rude. But I won't rise to that level. I won't respond to that because I'm not a simpering little girl child who is.
Don't be sexist. Why do you have to bring girls into it?
Because that's what you are. Because apparently you have a vagine. Although the test results came back inconclusive. So who knows? Maybe your dick's grown in the heat. So I won't sink to your level of just throwing out cheap insults because I'm better than that because I am Iain Lee.
Across the UK, online and on DAB. Weekends with Penny Smith.
On Talk Radio.
I'm Penny Smith. Join me on Talk Radio for the perfect weekend breakfast. I'm going to be reviewing the papers, taking a look at all the best new film, book and theatre releases, and I'm going to be chatting to a whole host of celebrity guests, live in the studio.
Weekends with Penny Smith. Saturday and Sunday morning from 7.
On Talk Radio, we'll get you talking.
Unmissable late-night radio with the original king of unconventional conversation. Make contact with Iain Lee. The late-night alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Let us go to the Daily Star text page and see if we made it. No! Hi, Ed. Any chance of a photo of Casey Derham? Wow, such a beauty. Tar, anon.
I think we might have had it then, because they only do one 90s babe a month, don't they?
Who's Katie Derham? The
She
news
was
lady?
a newsreader in the 90s. Or noughties.
Only halfway through the show. Here we go. This first text from Yowza.
Mm-hmm.
The young people today seem to be all barking mad, what with all this student so-called snowflake nonsense about banning ABBA lyrics and painting over Rudyard Kipling poems at Manchester University. They need to grow up and wake up. It's a big bad world out there, and it will come along and punch them in the face if they're not prepared for real life. The ABBA lyrics story was nonsense, though,
What was
wasn't
it? I didn't hear
The
it.
Snowflakes have changed the lyrics in the new Mamma Mia film, and there should be your clue, guys. That film has got a huge publicity machine behind it. So any story about that, you know it's been put out there by the machine, right? So the story was, Snowflakes, it was early this week, Snowflakes have changed the lyrics of of an ABBA song to make it politically correct. And the song is When I Kissed the Teacher, right? But they haven't changed the lyrics to make it politically correct. They've changed the gender because it's the original song is a woman singing to a man.
Yes.
I think. Well, they've made it the other way around, so it's a boy singing about an older woman.
Right.
So they've rewritten
For the character.
they've rewritten for the character, so the whole thing is completely the lyrics have all changed. So it's not a snowflakey PC thing. They've done it to fit the story. That's what that is.
Because it's a jukebox musical.
So that's nonsense. In the 70s, we called today's snowflake... This is Lily the Pink. In the 70s, we called today's snowflakes pansies. Both terms an insult to the hardy, strong plant and the intricate beauty of a snowflake. I now choose to call these do-gooding wastes of space lumps. Little, useless, mindless prats. Come on, texters. What would you call these intolerable people? Right, we have to reply to this. Get ready to send a text.
Again, it's not me, by the way, is it? It's,
What was your name?
Stebsy.
Stebsy.
Stebsy,
Right.
Newcastle.
So, okay.
This is to
85525.
Right,
Start at D star. One word.
Yeah.
So, okay, what are we going to call snowflakes? He's called them... So we say, I agree with Lily the Pink. Let's not call them snowflakes. Let's call them... And then we want, like, an acronym. Let's think of the word and work backwards. Shits? Pricks?
Knobs.
Would they print pricks? Yeah. Do that. P-R-I-C-K-S. We may not need the C. Let's see. We don't need the C.
I agree with Lily the Pink about, we need to say, because it'll be some days.
Yeah, about snowflakes, about renaming snowflakes, we should call them pricks. P-R-I-K-S. Right, let's work this out. 0344 499 1000 if you can help us here. Pathetic. There we go. We're in. Pathetic. Pathetic. I'm so bad at words games. Right. That the I can be idiots, idiotic, pathetic, raging, idiotic, kid, shits.
No, we won't put shits.
Sorry, why not?
Hang on.
What are you doing?
I need to give them the date, otherwise they're not going to put it in. I need to refer it to it properly.
No, mate, it's the text page on the Daily Star. They don't back reference the date.
Well, they should. They should be.
Well,
more
they
thorough.
don't, though, but it's idiots that text in. Why are we even doing this? What even is this?
Let's call them pathetic, ridiculous,
idiotic,
charmless.
We don't need the C.
Oh, okay.
That's just making things more. That just makes things more complicated.
It's easier than a K.
Well, we have to have the K
Why?
for pricks.
If you put a C, we'll get the same noise.
No, you won't. You'll get prices.
No, you won't. Don't put an E on the end.
No, you can't. That doesn't look
Well,
like...
how are you going to spell it then?
All right. You do it then. You do it.
What about cooks?
What?
Pathetic, ridiculous, idiotic cooks.
Cuck suckers.
Okay.
Try it.
I don't think it's going to work.
Well, then put in what you think is going to work. I don't care. I'm bored of this already.
Cook.
Slingers?
Stupids.
Cuck stupids. Yeah. I love it when Kath makes herself laugh because she's a real tough crowd, I find.
Ha! I'm going to put...
Should we order a pizza?
No!
I'm really hungry.
I know, but we've both been saying we're getting chubby.
Well, I'm not...
No. It's not the heat that's doing it to me.
I know, but I'm not going to even... I'm 16 stone and here's the thing. When I came off the metazapine, which was the antidepressant that I thought was making me fat, and I was 16 stone, and I came off and I dropped right down to just below 15 stone, and then I've piled it all back on to 16 stone again. I weighed myself. So I think that is now the shape I am in. I hate it. I hate my body. I think I'm disgusting. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm disgusted by it. This fat belly and these big tits. I hate it. Honestly, it's horrible. But I can't do nothing until I move. Once I move, I'm going to have my bike with me. I'm going to go bicycling, biking. I'm going to go running, and I'm going to make more. I'm going to cook.
You have fresh things in your fridge.
Yeah, baby. So, are you hungry?
I am hungry, but no, we shouldn't have a pizza.
We shouldn't. I'll tell you what. Let Sam be the deciding dividing vote. Sam, open up your.
Sam, are you hungry?
Open up your microphone.
I say yes to pizza.
Okay. He's a bad, bad boy. He did a bad, bad thing. He did a bad, bad thing. I'll order a pizza. You do the show.
Well, no, because you're going to order something horrible.
Well, no, I'm not going to. What do you mean? There's no such thing. No, I'm not going to order something horrible delivered to me. Why do they even have an I'll collect button? SE1, babe.
Do you want a story about a bush?
Yes, I do.
Gardener slams drunks who pull apart the legs of his privet lady and pretend to have sex with elaborate bush. That's an actual headline.
Wowzers.
Okay, so everyone brace yourselves. This is going to be nasty. This is in the Daily Mirror online, and it must be true. Hang on, I put an advert on so I can't. Right, come on. We need to hear this story. Oh man, come on, Oh, please, guys, don't mess with me. Right. Keith Tyson says his privet lady, shaped like a reclining woman, is being damaged by disgusting people climbing on top of her.
I'm so not listening, I'm sorry.
A furious gardener has blasted drunken revellers pretending to have sex with his hedge.
What do you want?
Have you got have you got a New York? I'll have a New Yorker.
I don't know what that.
It's delicious.
Okie dokie.
It's got all the meats.
Okie dokie.
Oof. Keith Tyson says his privet lady, shaped like a reclining woman, constantly keeps being damaged by disgusting people climbing on top of her at night. He said they're climbing on top of her and pulling her legs apart. You know, it's disgusting.
They're mounting his bush and humping.
Yeah, do you want to see it though? I mean, disgusting, maybe doing it, but I mean, this is what he's imagined and made.
She's got a pearl necklace on. We're all going to share each other's pizzas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's got a pearl necklace on. Her legs are not together, and she's got one hand. She's like painting me like one of your French girls. You imagine that pose?
Sam, what do you want?
Pepperoni.
Okay, buddy. Simple tastes. Simple tastes for a simple guy.
He told the BBC, it makes me feel a bit sick, really, because I'm thinking, no, that's just not the way to behave in lots of ways. Mr. Tyson from Sheffield has sculpted the hedge for 40 years. It started out as a Greek god, but Mr. Tyson opted to turn it into a reclining woman in 2000. And he's now considering putting up a sign or an alarm to curb the behaviour. Keep off my bush. He added, it's not always a guy, actually. Sometimes it's women who climb on her. I don't want them to behave like that with my privet lady. She's too privet, or private, you know. Mr. Tyson studied at the Royal College of Art in London in 1960 and has won awards for his designs.
That's topiary, isn't it?
She's topiary.
It's kind of a dying art. What's in at the moment are cubes. Everyone seems to have a cube, don't they? Which I think is a weird thing, but I like that.
There's a big mushroom near my house. I think that's a bit lazy, though.
Yeah.
It's quite easy to do.
Yeah.
Who can be bothered, though? I mean, this is very elaborate, mind. And, yeah, he has put an actual pearl necklace on her.
That's weird, isn't it, line 1? Hello, line 1?
That's not me, is it?
Yes, it is, mate.
Hello? I never went through to Sam.
No, we're taking calls straight to air. Thanks for listening to the show.
Oh,
no, I'm really sorry. I've just come into my hotel room, so I've got to admit I haven't been listening until 3 minutes ago.
There we go. Always, this guy's always got the excuses. This guy's always got the excuses. Okay, well, you're on the air now, so let's get to that content.
Catherine is becoming filthier as she gets older. Hello?
I'll let you deal with that one, Catherine, because I'm still ordering pizza.
Okay, and your evidence for this would be?
It's almost now on a daily occurrence.
Okay. Now, did you hear Ian talking about his penis earlier on? Did you hear him talking about his balls yesterday?
No,
So, why is it different for me than it is for him?
Yesterday, yes.
Yeah, okay. So, but you're not keeping score with Ian, that's interesting.
Well, because he's always been a deviant, but you haven't. You're always sort of the classy sort of side of the...
I've been rubbing off on her.
I feel he drags you down.
You missed that one. I've been rubbing off on her.
There goes another one.
That's believable.
There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Pizza is ordered. Didn't even know what he was talking about. Let's go to those ads.
Across the UK, online and
Just ordered a shitload of pizza.
Talk Radio. We have ways of making...
You're weird!
The big story of the day on Talk Radio with The Times. Know your times. Every weekday from 6:30, join Julia Hartley-Brewer for in-depth analysis of the morning headlines. Don't just be informed, be well informed with fearless debate and in-depth opinion from right across the political spectrum.
Join me, Julia Hartley-Brewer, for the biggest breaking current affairs stories, top guests and razor-sharp reaction.
Get a better quality conversation at breakfast. The big story of the day with Julia Hartley-Brewer on Talk Radio with The Times. Know your times.
It's 6 a.m. You're walking the dog time.
At what age will I stop being told off?
Your world isn't 9 to 5.
I'll tell you off.
So life is ours.
Lady, get over
That's
my
why
knee.
you
I'll
can
give your
renew
boss
your
a
tax
firm
credits
spanking.
online, day or night.
Doesn't matter.
Renew now,
Doesn't matter. I'm
or your payments will
so
stop.
I won't get any
Visit
payment from it.
gov.uk/manage tax credits. We're ready when you are.
They were nice, those YouTuber lads, Nick and Johnny, weren't they? I like them a lot.
The good news is, you've got 30 days from when they tell you to leave penalty-free. At TalkTalk, we're the only major provider to guarantee no mid-contract price rises on your broadband. Right now, our award-winning unlimited fibre broadband is just £24.50 a month for 24 months, including line rental. And, as part of our big summer save, until the 16th of August, you can get 9 months of Sky Sports for just £15 a month when you take unlimited fibre. So say no to price rises and switch to TalkTalk.
George McTavish, Galloway. You have been found guilty of presenting dangerously compelling radio. How do you plead?
Guilty, as charged. Never said that before. As the mother of all talk shows.
Make sure you drink lots, because after Domino's you wake up 3 or 4 hours later, salty. Very, very salty.
Crystalline vision.
Radio Free Galloway. Knock me right down and I'll bounce right back.
The mother of all talk shows with George Galloway.
Innocent until proven guilty. Tomorrow night from 7 on the nation's new home of sizzling debate, Talk Radio. Maybe you can't handle the truth.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
03444991000. We'll take calls straight to air till 1 o'clock, because it's a little bit quiet on the phones, and more texts on the star page. Jennifer friend Whitley Bay says, I think the new Mamma Mia film is Islamophobic.
Oh.
There's no representation of Muslims or Muslim culture in it whatsoever. That's a joke from an Islamophobe. Then there's lots of texts about, and I refuse to use the phrase, and you will never hear me say the phrase, the Jihadi Beatles. No. You just won't hear me say it, because I think that to call those guys the Jihadi Beatles is disrespectful to music, disrespectful to Paul McCartney, disrespectful to the widow of George Harrison, and disrespectful to Vox Amps. I will not call them that.
No. Also, it adds them an air of cool that they don't deserve.
It certainly does, so you will never hear me say that. So I call them the Jihadi Mersey Beats, because that band were rubbish. And Lots of texts about them being sent to America, possibly to face the death penalty. Okay, and Labour saying they disagree with that. Are we to understand that dummy spitter Dom Grieve and wit-challenged Diane Abbott would prefer the Syrians free to mass murderers, alleged, rather than see them tried in the USA? That's from Treble. Ex-Labour voter says Diane Abbott is mortified the so-called Beatles terrorists may now face execution. These people were involved in many horrific executions and deserve to die. B. Todd says... Diane Abbott, shame on you, sticking up for murderers. I wonder if she would feel the same if it was one of her family beheaded by those monsters. Maybe there should be a referendum to bring back capital punishment in the UK. An eye for an eye.
I don't think the people who are affected directly by a crime should be the ones making the laws.
Jimmy Wiggins says, can't believe in this country moaning that we could allow US to hang the 2 ISIS Beatles thugs. They'd still be killing innocent defenceless people if free. Well, here's the thing, right? My knee-jerk reaction when I heard that they were going to go to the United States and possibly face the death penalty, my knee-jerk reaction was, good, actually, I don't really care. I'm against the death penalty, but it wasn't good. I'm against the death penalty, but my reaction that lasted about 3 or 4 days, which is quite long for a knee-jerk reaction, was, I don't really care. But I'm not going to miss those guys, I don't care. Maybe the death penalty is the right way to go for them because they are scumbags and they, you know, what they did was horrific. But then the more I think about it, the more I realise that no, of course they shouldn't. If you're against the death penalty, which all sensible, right-minded people are, they shouldn't go and face execution because it has to be. If you're against the death penalty, it has to be an absolute. It has to be an absolute. There can't be any... Well, except for... It's got to be... You either don't mind if people get executed by the state or you object to people being executed by the state. So once my initial knee-jerk reaction of beheadings and orange suits and horrendous crimes that they were connected with, and they did, no, they shouldn't be executed. Because we're better than that. We're better than that. And also the death penalty doesn't work as a deterrent because, I don't know, they seem to have quite a lot of murders in states in America where they have the death penalty. And also, you know, if you reintroduce the death penalty, Derek Bentley, ladies and gentlemen, you know, you can never be 100% sure that someone did what they did, so innocent people will die. That's right. So you can't. So, and I think, I've not really been following the story all that well, but aren't Labour just saying, well, no, we're against the death penalty, so, as a nation, so, no, they shouldn't face the death penalty.
Also, let's remind ourselves, we've gone wading into other people's government business and trying to bring them democracy and tell them that surely humankind is better than some of the things that they're doing. But then we go killing people in the name of...
And also, if I got this right, because it's as all of these stories are, it's significantly more nuanced than Sajid Javid has said, I don't mind if you kill them. Because they're no longer British citizens, they wouldn't have come here anyway. They certainly wouldn't have been extradited here or brought here to go to court because they're not British citizens anymore. That's been removed, whether that's legal or not. So I think the only options were available were Syria releases them, they go to Guantanamo Bay, or they go and face trial in America where they will probably be executed. Those were the only 3 options. And so he's kind of said, well, our preferred option is they go to America. And it's not that they go to America, so I hope you killed them. It's they go to America and we realise that they might face the death penalty. Because freeing them in Syria would be stupid, and Guantanamo Bay is a farce, you know.
And also they're talking about closing it all the time, aren't they?
Aren't they?
Maybe not Trump now.
Maybe. Hello, line 1, you're on the wireless. Hello, caller, you're live. What would you like to say, caller? Hello, sexy caller, what would you like to say? Okay, you borrowed it. Let's go to line 2. Hello, line 2.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Andre.
Is that James?
Yes, it is. What would you like to say to James?
Well, to Ian, really. I've got my lappy open and I've got a tune ready to sing.
Okay, away you go.
Right, is he there?
Yes.
Right, hold on. Lovely airwaves to myself, please.
Just sing the song, please, caller.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for the warming up, but here we go.
Okay, turn your radio off, caller.
Yeah, hold on. I've got to get up now, haven't I?
Yeah, he's got to get up!
Hold on, it's starting.
Okay. Let's go to line 3. Hello, line 3.
Hello.
Hello, turn your radio off. Or put the phone down. The choice is yours. He went for the latter. Okay. Bill the Ghost says, these texts really are amazing. Here's... Gosh, I've just seen the text above it. I'll get to that in a second. Let's do the fun one first. Let's do the fun misogynistic one first before we do the nasty one.
Oh, great.
Here's a tip for keeping... This is from Bill the Ghost. Here's a tip for keeping cool in this hot weather. Put a hot water bottle in the freezer, then take it to bed with you. It's better than cuddling the missus. And here's one from a guy called Stocky Shell. This is one of the most... This will blow your mind. I can barely read it. Greeks have a cheek asking for us to help with their fires. Where were they when we had Saddleworth fires? Well, the Saddleworth fires, the moors up north.
Mm-hmm.
How many people died?
I think anyone died. Let me check.
Because the Greek fires, and I've not listened to the news all day, but by 10 o'clock this morning, 80 people had died in the Greek fires, and dozens were still missing. You know that total is going to be over 100 people that have died. So, Stocky Shell, you racist, probably EDL supporting little shit. What an obnoxious, obscene... Imagine that he thought bloody Greeks asking for help. It's a tragedy beyond any tragedy we've had here. They shouldn't even be. You're right. They shouldn't be asking for help. We should be going over there. We should be going over there, sending the army over there or whatever, saying, right, where do you want us? What can we do? What can we do? What? Isn't that incredible?
Besides which, there are, if you're bothered about nationality, and that's how you weigh the value of life.
Give him the double whammy.
There are our people trapped in it too.
Yeah. There's Brits, there's at least, there is a Brit family that is missing.
Yep.
That haven't been located yet. So, I mean, what a horrible thing. Not only to think that, but to think, I'm going to text that into the Daily Star.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me at all.
I'm going to spend my 25 pence plus my usual network charge to text in something really obnoxious and horrible about one of the worst tragedies that has been seen on mainland Europe for years.
It's the kind of boring bawls you'll hear in any pub after about, 10:30, once the beers have started to settle.
It's people like Stocky Shell. I hate this country because of people like that, and I know that every country's got people like that. Yeah. I know that, but I hate this country because people like that. It's my free speech. No, it's not. Your free speech shows you're a racist, ignorant dick. Hello, line 1.
Yeah, sorry, I've got a few technical problems there with my laptop. Yeah.
Okay.
And I couldn't get it right, but hopefully I'll try later if you want me to.
That would be... Can you not do it now?
Is that Ian or James?
Thanks for calling. Let's try line 2. Hello, line 2.
Shirley would gulp down the breakfast, shut the fridge and join the throng. Margaret Beatty snatched the milk and scanned the news and went along. Annie Harris drew the curtain, screwed her eyes up, had a peep, saw the marchers, heard their voices making early morning noises, stumbled back to bed and tried to sleep.
Oh, come with us, run with us. We're gonna change the world. They'll be amazed, so full of praise when they've rearranged the world. We'll start the next hour with that. That's a great song. That's the best song Matt Munro ever did. I wish he did more up-tempo. I don't like the Matt Munro ballads. I like the voice. Great voice. Milkman, wasn't he? Or Postman?
Yeah, Milkman.
And you know the name of his son? Matt Munro Jr., which is a strange thing for a British family to do. I love his voice, but I just don't like the syrupy ballads. I find
they're not for you.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. You're not. But that song I love. I wish he'd done more. That kind of tempo. kind of pop songs. I love the vibe on that. We're just kind of bumbling along tonight. It's Thursday night. It's nearly the freaking weekend, baby. I'm about to have me some fun. We've got an hour to go. We've got pizza coming. We got food coming, guys, you know. So it's going to be a chilled 60 minutes of broadcasting coming up. And we'll carry on taking calls straight to air until Paul Ross comes in and complains about the stench of pizza and farts in the studio. Sorry, Paul. Them's the breaks. If you want to give us a call, don't dial us up just yet. I'll let you know when you can. This is the Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee and Catherine Boyle on Talk Radio.
Talk Radio. Contact Talk Radio. Call 0344 499 1000. Text Talk and your message to 87222. Text costs 25p plus your standard network rate. Or you can tweet us at Talk Radio.
Talk Radio.
Yeah, you're talking.
Every Tesco steak is at least 21 days matured for tenderness, so it's rich and dripping with flavour. Picture it now. Apparently you can taste with your eyes. You've just discovered how to taste with your ears. Food Love Stories, brought to you by Tesco.
Right now at Homebase, Santex 5 litre masonry paint was £29, now only £22. Homebase, always low prices, excludes clearance outlets.
Check out the latest major offers, only at American Golf. Pick up the tailor-made RBZ driver and fairway for only $2.99, a saving of £79. Stock up on balls with 2 packs of Callaway Warbirds for just £25. Or why not step out in the new Callaway Del Mar golf shoe, only $49.99. Buy online or find your nearest store at americangolf.co.uk. Offer ends 30th of July. Terms and conditions apply.
On the outside, I'm Hannah Woods, but on the inside, I'm Jessica Ennis-Hill. I can't run the 100-metre hurdles, but now I go running in my lunch break with my friend from work. We keep each other going. So what Jess and I do have in common is the desire to get up and get active in the first place. And that's where my Vitality Life Insurance really helps, by giving me money off gym membership and half price on a lovely new pair of trainers.
Take out Vitality Life Insurance today and you could get 40% off monthly gym membership at selected Virgin Active and Nuffield health clubs. Just search Vitality. A gym joining fee, minimum monthly premiums and conditions apply.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
Tumble back to bed and try to sleep.
Serena Farrow. Cannabis-based medicine will be allowed to be prescribed in the UK from autumn. The Home Secretary is changing how it's classified after a series of high-profile cases involving children. Marina Kim, who's campaigned for change, says there's still a lot of work to do.
Government's goodwill is great, but there are not enough experts in medical cannabis. And also, the first point of contact for families, not those who are already involved in the process, but for new families who want to try this, is their GP. And their GP still haven't got any guidelines on this.
The prison is reported to be in lockdown after a major disturbance in Nottinghamshire. The unrest involves one wing at Loudon Grange. Authorities in Greece say there are serious indications that wildfires near Athens were started deliberately. At least 83 people died when flames swept through coastal resorts. Hundreds of firefighters and volunteers are now looking for dozens who are still missing. Police are hunting a man who's been found guilty of the manslaughter of his date in a speedboat crash in the Thames. 30-year-old web designer Jack Shepherd is on the run after skipping bail. The BBC has been refused permission to appeal in its battle with Sir Cliff Richard. A judge has said there's no real prospect of overturning the ruling that the singer's privacy was breached when the corporation televised the police raid on his home back in 2014. Sky's Ashish Joshi was at the High Court earlier and says the BBC has issued a statement.
They said this is a very complex case. They're very sorry to Sir Cliff Richard for continuing with it, but said it was important for them to defend the rights of press freedom and journalism, which they say may have been undermined by the ruling last week.
Former Manchester United boss Alex Ferguson has thanked the hospital staff for saving his life. He's spoken in a video message released by the club for the first time since having emergency surgery on a brain hemorrhage. And Facebook's recorded the biggest corporate fall in value ever. The social media site's worth has plunged by £90 billion. Let's take a look at the weather then, and it's going to stay dry and warm overnight, although there will be thunderstorms come the morning across large parts of England and Scotland, although later on in the day hot for most of us.
Across the UK, online and on DAB.
He has made a covenant with the night, and with the darkness he is in agreement.
Uncut, after-hours conversation for the up-all-night generation. The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
Horny! And that's what they should have adopted as the theme tune to the Free Tommy March. I think it might have been a lot more fun than it was.
Too many complicated words in it.
Too many complicated words for the racists. 0344 499 1000. Call straight to air. Here for another hour. But let's be honest, we're not really here. We're just waiting for our pizza.
Hey, you know, tomorrow there's going to be a blood moon.
Oh, what does that mean? It means it's red, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes, go on. Tell us about it.
Okay, on Friday, a blood moon is set to light up the night sky, but some people believe it could actually bring about the end of the world.
Hang on, sorry. Say that again?
Which bit?
The last bit, the dramatic bit.
The end of the world. Again?
I like mine quite hard, and then I like to put it all in my mouth at once.
No, that wasn't the clip I wanted. Again, go again.
The end of the world.
Don't be so silly, Kath.
There we go. Tell us about it. Tell us.
The lunar eclipse, which occurs roughly twice a year, will turn our rocky satellite to deep, coppery shade of red.
They mean the rocky satellite. They mean the moon, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow.
They couldn't think of something better. Big cheese ball. Rocky satellite. Come on.
Yes.
A coppery shade of red, and is the result of the passing of the shadow of the Earth. When the light refracts differently in the atmosphere and hits the moon, it makes it appear red. During a total eclipse, the entire moon is in shadow, and it appears blood red. Blood red! Friday's striking lunar eclipse is expected to be one of the longest seen this century, at roughly 1 hour and 43 minutes. Despite its purely scientific origins, I like the way they're trying to allay the fears of people who point at planes. Despite its purely scientific origins, the blood moon is thought by many to be a mystical sign of doom.
It's not.
Here are some of the most prominent myths and conspiracy theories. Are you ready, everyone?
Here we go. What paper is this from?
The Mirror.
Okay.
Biblical prophecy. Some believe that the blood moon relates to hidden messages in the Bible.
Oh, jeez!
Describing the end of the world.
The Bible code.
Doomsday ministers John Hagee and Mark Blitz first popularised the blood moon prophecy in 2014, suggesting that the ongoing tetrad, 4 consecutive lunar eclipses, is the indicator of the end of the Earth.
I just dropped my guts while you did that little bit there.
As
No one noticed.
That is more likely to bring about the apocalypse. If I taste that, you're dead.
You wait until the car journey. It's my car, window shut. Carry on, Catherine.
So horrible.
Yes.
All right, so we're talking about the end of the earth as described in the Bible in Acts 2:20 and Revelation 6:12.
The Bible is listen, guys, the Bible's a great... Well, bits of the Bible are great. You know, there's some fun bits in there, there's some good stories in there, but it's made up. It's not true. It's not the Word of God. And actually, some of it's quite badly written.
Well, let's see how the Mirror handles this one.
Okay.
The first eclipse in the prophesied tetrad took place on April 15th, 2014, and was followed by blood moons on October 8th, 2014, April 4th, 2015, and September 28th, 2015. So, the prophecy didn't work out quite as the preachers expected. The theory is interpreted from the Book of Joel, which says...
The Book of Billy Joel? What?
Which says, tell her about it. Tell her all your crazy dreams.
It's quite good for you.
Which says...
Normally your jokes aren't
the
very
sun
good.
will turn into darkness and the moon into blood before the great and terrible day of the Lord comes. A similar passage in the book of Revelation reads, And I beheld when he had opened the 6th seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became as black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. Unsurprisingly, the prophecy has been repeatedly dismissed by astronomy experts.
Okay.
Horoscopes.
So?
Do you want to know about that?
No, not really.
Let's see what else they got.
Basically, what they're saying is...
Native American legend?
Oh, those guys. What they're saying is, due to a natural phenomenon, the moon's going to be a slightly different colour for a couple of nights, and we've got to fill a page.
Yeah. South American myth. I mean, those guys. African myth. And when we're talking about South American myth, we're talking about an extinct civilization, the Incas. Aren't people daft? Anyway, the moon will look weird. Have a look at it tomorrow.
Is it full moon? Because it's been big the last couple of nights, and that does I do buy into this thing that full moons. If this pizza doesn't come until like just before we leave, I'm going to be furious. Because like full moons, I do think has an effect on the mental abilities of callers, of the mental abilities of human beings, maybe animals as well, I don't know, but certainly human beings, because you do notice a difference of focus, a lack of focus on callers to late night radio shows. Every time Sam moves, I keep thinking he's just had a message saying that the pizza's arrived. So can we tell him just to sit still until the pizza actually arrives?
Can you remain stationary?
Thank you, mate. Thank you. I've totally lost my train of thought because of that toss pot.
You think that the full moon has an effect on people's equilibrium?
Yeah, sure. We all thought CDs had put a stop to the cassette tape. Fast forward to 2018, however, and it seems music fans are rewinding the clock. Sales of cassette tapes have boomed by 408% in the past 5 years. Yeah, they're making and they're trying to equate this to like the comeback in vinyl. Which it isn't, because vinyl's selling more than it was, say, 10, 15 years ago. But it's still a drop in the ocean compared to what it was selling, 30 years ago. You know, it's a drop in the ocean. And cassettes, I was never a fan of albums on cassette, you know, the official albums. Cassettes were great. TDK C90s were the best. Never wanted a C120 because the tape was too thin. C60s, I always thought just a little bit too short. C90, TDK, classic, was great for putting sometimes 2 albums on, sometimes 3 albums if they were like late 60s Beach Boys albums, sometimes 2 albums and all the related singles, or sometimes just taping a load of weird stuff off the radio willy-nilly as you were. The C90 is the perfect making a mixtape. Oh, man! The C90 is the perfect length for that. And
cassette king.
It was. And when, again, I get the new house, going to set up my nads, get my nads out and dust them off, making a joke, because as I'm talking gonads, it's actually the brand over there. I've got double tape deck, and I'm gonna hook that bad boy up. I've got some tapes, and I've got many tapes now, a bit of a clear out. I'm gonna get that rocking and a rolling. I might even make some mixtapes. I'd love to have a tape player in my car again. I'd love to.
But, you know, people don't believe in that anymore, do they?
No.
I haven't even got a CD player in my car now.
That doesn't make sense to me.
No.
I would insist on a CD player.
And also, here's the thing.
Yeah.
My Mini has stopped talking to my iPhone.
Should you be telling us or your husband about that? Because Mini can mean VJ.
Oh.
I don't even know that. I need. Well, when I bought this last car, I said, "Could you replace the stereo with a cassette player?" And the kid went, "Huh? Oh, it's all right." But I'm thinking, if things pan out the end of this year, early next year, I might buy myself a nice car. I've not had a nice car. I've had a functional car for, let's say, the last 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
I've not had a nice car for 13 and a half years. The drug years, when I bought a really expensive car. And then I stopped working on telly so I could spend more time taking drugs. And then it's the only car I've ever bought on the Never Never. I always would buy a car outright. And I got a bit of trouble with it. Anyway. So.
Is that why you still buy them outright now?
Always buy them outright. And I'm lucky. I save up and I go and buy a car outright. Also because if you buy it on the Never Never, you pay like an extra $3 or $4 grand over the time. And also, this is the racket. This is the racket. You know how car dealerships make money? It's not through selling cars. Do you know how they make money?
Go on.
It's through the financial. It's through the
finance
loan,
agreement.
The finance agreement. They don't make money selling cars. They make money through the finance agreements. That's why they always say you can spread this out. There's payments out over 3 or 4 years.
This time around, they didn't even want a deposit.
No.
And I said, I can give you a deposit. Nah, it's not worth it.
No. And they get the person selling it gets a bigger commission. I don't even know if they get a commission from the cars. They get a bigger commission from the finance agreement, and the dealership gets a bigger kickback from the finance agreement. So when I go in, I don't buy expensive cars, right? And I save up. It's not like I've got a load of money I can just go in and buy a car. I kind of save up and scrimp and save. So when I go and I go, I'm gonna put this, and it sounds so flash, and I don't mean it to, when people are struggling to buy food, but I'll put this on my Switch, my debit.
Switch.
A Switch. I put it on my Visa debit. And they go, oh no, do you not want to take out a payment? No, I'm gonna pay it now. Well, it would be easier for you. I said, well, no, because you're getting money for it. And, okay, well, if you don't want that, how about the extended warranty? No. Would you like... And then they do this weird thing where they try and sell you, like, some coating or something for, like, £350. And I was going, no. I've got kids that eat biscuits and have crayons. What good is that? And then they do that deal, well, it's normally £350 that we can do it to you for £89. But I don't want it. Just want the car. That's it, guys. Sales of cassette tapes have boomed by 408% in the past 5 years. The resurgence of the nostalgic format, which peaked in the 70s and 80s, has been driven by artists making limited runs of their albums as a collector's item. That young lad that we had him...
Hollow Hand.
His first stuff was on a cassette. I like him.
But that would be quaint for him, because he won't remember what it was like when that was just the way you bought things.
Yeah, we still have a stack of cassettes.
Being retro.
Still buy cassettes and VHS tapes on eBay when the mood grabs me. Yes, line one.
Good evening.
Yeah, okay.
If you had to choose a song from the albums 1967 to 1970, the Beatles, which one would you choose?
So you mean the Red album?
It wasn't red when I looked at it, but yes.
Well, hang on. Well, what colour was it?
Well, it was on my MP3 player in the car, so I never actually saw its colour.
So you're phoning up to ask me to pick a song from an album when you don't even know the colloquial name of that album?
Well, I've heard all the songs on the two...
But you don't know the street name of the album?
Well, I wasn't born.
I'm out. It's known as the Red Album. Hey, do you know what the correct title of the White Album is? You know it's not called the White Album. Oh.
You've asked me this before.
Oh, the White... What? The White Album isn't called the White Album? What?
It's called the Beatles.
It's called the Beatles, yeah. It's called the Beatles. Everyone calls it the White Album.
Because it's white.
It's a crazy world we live in. You're listening to Talk Radio.
Talk Radio, the 21st.
Turn those fucking speakers off and get me my pizza!
Debate and discourse.
Talk Radio. Give it some lit.
Actually, it is the Blue Album, yeah. Not the red one.
Well, darling! Everyone hates it when their broadband slows down. But with the ultimate speed guarantee only from Vodafone, you get super fast broadband speeds or money off until it's fixed. And our pay monthly customers can get super fast fibre home broadband for only £21 a month. The future is exciting. Ready? Vodafone. 18-month agreement subject to credit check and availability. New and upgrading customers only. Terms apply. Visit vodafone.co.uk/broadband.
What's this? An ordering screen. No one watching on, waiting. A chance to explore the menu. I could literally order anything. Spicy chicken snack wrap. Didn't know they did those. Oh, what's that? Fillet of fish. Big Mac, fries, Coke Zero.
The moment you almost veer off piste. Brought to you by our ordering screens. McDonald's. Good times made easier. Available at selected restaurants.
At Green Flag, we think the AA are great. They've won bucketfuls of awards. They'll give you unlimited call-outs when you get in a pickle. Pickle. And they cover 100% of the UK. Very good indeed. So why do we think that is so great? Because Green Flags do all of this too. And we'll have you AA renewal quote. Green Flag. Common sense to the rescue.
There may be a charge for call-outs with the same problem. Savings based on our closest equivalent UK vehicle cover for vehicles 10 years and under. T's and C's apply.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
03444991000. Call straight to air until 1 o'clock when Paul Ross comes in. Good evening, line 1.
Oh, good evening. It's Terry here. I'm phoning about audio cassette, Ian.
Yeah, we go, Terry. Now we're in. What you got for us?
Well, in the days of the vinyl records, Ian, it was the quality that mattered, and I'm afraid I'm a bit of a techno guy because I used to be in electronics years ago.
Techno, yeah.
And a funny thing about it is that the quality is analog off a vinyl.
Yes.
And the quality is phenomenal for things called frequency response.
Good.
And
You got your highs, you got your lows, you got your mids. You get that all on vinyl, on thick 180 gram vinyl.
Excellent.
On albums less than 40 minutes long.
Superb.
I know my
However,
stuff. Once you start getting close to 60 minutes, it's the vinyl's too thin, the grooves are too narrow. You don't get any of the bass or any of the treble. It's all middle. Anyway, yes, carry on. Yeah.
But you have to have a really good turntable with the right bias on to correct that.
Oh,
always the rumble.
Of course you do, sir.
We've
lost Catherine.
I'm going to wait till you put the measuring tapes away. Carry on.
But when you use an audio tape, the problem with audio tape is it was really a copy from the original days where you had dictaphones, so the speed of the...
Use your finger like everyone else.
Yeah, it runs at 1 inch and 7/8 inches per second, the tape speed.
Yes.
And in those days, just after the audio tape, they thought it was a good idea, Philips did, and the invented system, to get it popular.
Yes.
But Sony came out, like they so often do, with a new updated version of a
Japanese
cassette.
Yes.
It was called a L cassette.
Oh.
And it ran at 3 3/4 inches per second to give you a better frequency response.
Yeah.
But it didn't survive.
No, of course not. Unlike, it wasn't Betamax Sony as well.
It was.
Stop meddling, Sony. You haven't got a clue apart from the PlayStation.
Yeah. It's a better system, but it doesn't get adopted. And so what ended up happening is that they decided the problem with the slow speed on the audio cassettes was they'd have to use what they called noise limitations like Dolby to try and correct the poor signal response.
Doubly, yeah.
And when you mentioned TDK tapes, which are very good,
great cassettes.
I have to apologise, Ian, but there was a better one at the time.
Yeah.
Known as the Maxell UDXL2.
I was 15. I couldn't afford the Maxell UDXL TR9. Couldn't afford that. TDK was stretching it.
Well, they even came out with what was called just ordinary chrome audio cassettes. And the problem with those is that they wore the heads out on the tape player, so that didn't work, although it's got better magnetic properties.
Yes. Can I just interrupt you for a second, caller? Catherine?
Sorry.
Catherine, this is actually interesting. Stop doing an Eric Morecambe with your glasses. This is the direction I want to take the show in. Old guys like me talking about the speed of cassette, okay? And if you're unhappy with that, well then maybe you should go and apply for that job at BBC Radio Nottingham. The auditions are on Saturday. Sorry, where are you going?
I've got to go and prepare an audition.
She's going! She's actually going! I can't believe that! Screw her! Screw her!
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. But listen, I know that cassette is not the greatest. It's not the greatest format in terms of quality, right? But it's better than MP3. And also, the cool thing about it when you are 15 years old in the 80s is it was the only thing that was portable. You could take it in your dad's car and you could put it in your Walkman.
Yeah, except it wasn't too good if you put them near magnets in daylight.
I never had that problem. I know what you mean, but I never had that problem. But it was great because you could carry it around with you, and it was smaller than records, and you could get maybe 3 albums on there, so that was good. But also, you couldn't record your own record. Even when CDs came out, for the first... it in your dad's car and you could put it in your Walkman.
Yeah, except it wasn't too good if you put them near magnets in daylight.
I never had that problem. I know what you mean, but I never had that problem. But it was great because you could carry it around with you, and it was smaller than records, and you could get maybe 3 albums on there, so that was good. But also, you couldn't record your own record. Even when CDs came out, for the first 20 years, it wasn't...
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. I think that might be my pizza. It wasn't easy. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute, caller. Hello? Yeah? Okay, I'll send my assistant down in a second. Thank you so much. Here we go. Catherine, the pizza's there. Anyway, whatever I was saying, it was good because you could record stuff on it. You couldn't even record CDs for, like, the first 20 years of CD life.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Of course, in those days, the nearest thing we got to getting good music on the tapes was dear old fluffy stuff.
And hang on, don't even get me started on that. Huh? You talk about... Yes?
I would just like to...
oh, God.
You were talking about the Red Album.
I can't hear you because your phone line is crap.
I should have stuck to my guns. It wasn't the Red Album I was talking about. I've just looked it up, and the albums I was talking about, 1967 to 1970.
It's the Blue Album!
The Beatles.
No, it's...
Beatles, 67 to 70, the Beatles.
It's the Blue... What is it? What colour is the cover?
Well, it might be blue.
There's the Blue Album! For goodness sakes, man. It's the Blue Album. Why does anyone listen to this? I don't know why people listen to this show. I think the thing that I'd like to communicate when me and Kath go and do this talk, but I don't know how to do it without sounding arrogant, is that I want there to be more shows like this, where it's kind of, messy, and sometimes sometimes I think this show is brilliant, and sometimes I think the show is awful, and it's that kind of unpredictable, because all radio shows now are kind of all right. You know what I mean? They're just consistently all right. They're all right. You listen to Nick Ferrari, it's all right. You listen to Eamon Holmes when he bothers to turn up, it's all right. Everything's all right. There's nothing that's brilliant, and there's very little that's terrible, right? So to have a show that goes... that spans both of those things, sometimes in the same 5 minutes. I'd like to hear more shows like that, like this. Hello, line 1.
Hey, Ian.
Yeah, hey, man.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright, thanks. And my pizza's here, and I'm doing a radio show, and my colleagues are out there. Dig in, guys. As long as I get one of those potato wedges, I'm good. Dig in, mix and match, mix and match. I'm good, thank you. Caller, what have you got for us?
I know Cass a big fan of the Gone Fishing with Bob Mortimer and Paul Wass. Have you watched it yet?
I haven't seen it, no.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Seriously?
Yes.
Why?
Well, why would I have seen it?
Well, why wouldn't you? Because it's brilliant. It's great.
Okay, well, there's loads of brilliant, great things out there that I've not seen.
Yeah, and people often come on and say, watch this here, and you go, oh, yeah, I'll go and watch it.
No, I don't. I almost never say, oh, yeah, I'll go and watch it.
You do, and then you don't watch it.
Well, okay, I do. No, I'll go and watch this.
You got to watch it. It's not about fishing. It's not fishing. It's nothing about fishing.
I've told you I'll go and watch it, but I won't.
Oh, I'm going to go on to Kath.
Well, and say what? Make her...
Yeah, she'll strap you down and make you watch it.
I'm not going anywhere near Kath if straps are involved. Not after the last time.
Oh, so no, all right, never mind.
Thanks for your call. Sounded surprised that I hadn't seen a TV programme. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hiya.
Hello, Line 2, you're on the air.
Yeah, I sell cars.
Sorry?
I sell cars.
You sell cars?
Yeah. We were talking about financing and how we make our money.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we make our money, financing.
Is that how you make your money?
Yeah, there's no money in cars anymore, is there? It's all gone.
I know, I know, I made this point, and well done, you're proving that I am a polymath.
You are, you're telling the truth. I can't believe it.
I'm not a liar.
You're not, and we can make good money as long as you can finance it, right?
Could you do me a favour? Could you say no lighty, no likey?
no likey, no likey.
There we go. Oh, potato wedges. Mmm! Well, so how much do you make if you sell a... He's gone. Well, Sam was going to get some pizza, but now he realises he's got to work, because he's got to press the button. Now.
He's the righteous reporter who's got his finger on the pulse of UK politics.
Big
Scrutinise more closely.
I got big
The
ones.
Week
You got
with John
40% off if it was over 40 quid.
Radio, Sunday afternoon from 4.
Join the stout speaker with the Triple Lock Manifesto to bring you the week's big stories from Westminster, as I said to Tony.
Journeying across the week's political landscape, debating all the pressing issues.
I'll be presiding over fast-paced political debate.
From budget cuts to Brexit, all balanced in that tension.
All from his heavily reinforced radio dispatch box.
Read my lips.
I'm gonna make you a
The Week. Toying the party line. Sunday afternoon from 4.
Oh, they've got jellies on.
The
No.
radio show for people who know the best
How
part
the
of the
Vegorama?
day is the night.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio. We'll get you talking.
I don't think I ordered a hot...
You're right.
Oh, no! I thought I ordered a Vegorama. I've ordered a fiery veggie sizzler.
Are you crazy? Are you out of your mind?
It would appear so.
Got some water.
Yes, please. Hello, Paul.
Ian, how you doing, buddy?
I ordered a hot pizza by mistake. I'm good. What you got?
I was hoping to talk to you about some wood, if that's okay.
Some wood?
Yeah, man. I usually talk about vinyl and tape. I was wondering if you had, like, a preference in acoustic guitars.
Well...
Some, like, tops and bodies and stuff.
I think ovations are like playing an armadillo with strings. And I had one for a long time, but I don't like them. Not really. I don't really know enough about acoustic guitars. I've got a nice Epiphone, but I don't know anything about it. I just know that it looks good. And it's the one with the moustache on. And that's all I know. I don't even know the exact model of it. And I haven't picked up a acoustic guitar. I picked up my bass last week for the first time in about 2 years. But no, I don't have a favourite. Anything that just sounds beautiful will do for me.
That is fair enough, man. As long as it's playable, isn't it?
Yeah.
It counts.
Have you got wood at the moment?
Yeah. It's a bit... The thing is, in this heat, the wood tends to swell, I find.
Yeah, well, that was how we started the show.
Yeah, so you have to, keep it its case, I think.
You do.
Give it a wipe down.
I'm so looking forward to... hopefully I'm going to move next Tuesday and all the furniture will come... All of my records and guitars and stuff will come Wednesday, and it'll be the first time in 2 years I will be living with my music, my records, my tapes, my CDs, and my musical instruments. And I cannot wait to get my casino restrung and start playing some, start strumming and stuff. Can't wait, man. It's going to be great.
What colour's the casino?
What kind? What colour?
What colour?
Cherry red, of course. What other colour is there? Catherine, type in cherry red, casino guitar. That's my bad boy.
I used to have a cherry red Riviera.
Oh, mate, come on.
Which, I loved that guitar.
Yep.
I loved the Riviera.
Yep.
My cousin had a tobacco sunburst. One of yours, Casino's lovely guitars, man.
Revolver was recorded on Casinos, but I suspect... What do you reckon, Kath? Sexy guitar?
Yeah.
Okay. It has turned into a bit of a bloke fest. But you know what? I've got a sausage, and it's my party.
Okay.
Line 2, you're on the wireless. I bottled it. It has got a little bit, but I don't mind.
That's all right. That's fine.
What?
It's fine. Carry on.
Listen, I'm a middle-aged guy. Trying to buy a house and going through a divorce, okay? If I attract other middle-aged guys who want to phone in about boring things, then, I can't argue with that. Let's go to line 1. You're in the wireless. Hey, line 1, you're live on the radio. What would you like to say?
Sorry, I got cut off earlier on. I sell cars. You were going to ask me how much commission I made.
How much do you... it's back. It's the carman. Kath, have you got any questions you want to ask a car salesman?
No, you're all right.
It's Dave from Barnsley this end.
Oh, good.
Yeah?
So, just just as a quick one, I'm on my way home now. I was been to snooker all. But anyway, we did a little BMW 1 service today with 34 grand, and I get 1.5% at finance, so I get 1.5% at 34 grand, so it's about 510 quid. I said they paid cash for it, I wouldn't have got anything.
Yeah, it must be a tough old world.
And also, if you can sell him your diamond bright polish for car, you can make 100 quid there. Sell a cover for seats, you can make 45 quid there. It's all about the after sale.
Right, okay, well, next car I buy, I'm going to buy all the took that you guys offer me so that you can afford champagne.
No, it's not champagne, to be fair. I've had a couple of bottles of Lilt today.
Living large.
Oh, mate, listen, thank you for your call. You enjoy your Lilt. Let's go to line 2. Hello, line 2.
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air.
Yeah, right now.
Sorry?
Hello, Ian?
What? You like me?
Ian, have you tried Viagra?
Yeah, I have tried it.
And did you think it was... I tried it a few weeks ago, and I thought it was like the first time I tried ecstasy or something. I thought it was amazing.
Well, you can buy it now. Here's the thing, you can buy it. Why was it amazing for you? You got a boner, yeah?
It lasted, like, for a few hours, and I found it made things just more...
Well, this is why I don't want to try Viagra again, because who wants a boner for a few hours? I'm 45. I want a boner for like 6-7 minutes, and then I'm done. I don't want it for a few hours. What are you going to do with it?
Well, you know what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah, I know what you're going to do with it, but what am I going to do with it?
I don't know. Use it on someone.
Do what?
Use it on somebody.
Use it on them. I really want to use this on you.
That's a long time to be paying attention, and you know, I'm not. What are you? What are you? Like 25, 26?
No, I'm the same age as you.
Shut up, front door! You should. What the hell?
I'm the same age as you. I'm 45.
That stuff is not our business anymore.
It depends. I have a new girlfriend and she's quite wild. So.
Oh, she's wild, you say? How wild?
Well, she took one as well. I took 3.
What the? What the heck? Well, I've heard that it can be good for women can get off on it as well. I'm not suggesting anyone does this. Follow the instructions of your doctor, or when you buy it over the counter, read the instructions, of course. But yeah, you know, the thing I remember is the blinding headache.
I had a bit of a headache, like my face was kind of red.
Yeah, your face, because all the blood rushes to the extremities, so it goes to your thingy, but you get kind of flushed face, and you get a headache. So your blood goes all to your head and stuff. It's the next day the headache was terrible.
Did it change your desire?
Sorry?
Did it make you more? It made me feel like more direct and kind of like, you know.
For 4 hours. There was no. Oh, I love you so.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
It's actually a good job she'd had one, because he'd had 3. Yeah. Imagine how annoying that would be.
What do you mean made you more direct?
More rather than being like, well, first, I don't know, shall I give a bit more detail? First, we started off in the bathroom.
Yeah, alright. Yeah.
And then she wanted to stay in the bathroom. I was like, no, we're going into the bedroom now.
Oh.
So it made you want it to be dry?
And normally, I knew where I wanted to go. I knew how I wanted to put her. And rather than being, like, considerate and sort of, like, you know, going for a wild
way. So it made you a less considerate lover?
A bit less considerate, more sort of, but not...
More primal?
Yeah. I found that, it did. It changed it. A bit more animalistic.
Well, I suppose, do you know, I don't remember. It's been a while. I mean, and I'm talking like it's been like 20 years or something. Well, if that's... And was she happy?
Yeah, she was talking about it, like, for the past 2 weeks she's been talking about it.
Wow.
And so I've been looking it up on the internet. There's a new one out they've got now, slightly different, and it lasts for 36 hours.
Oh, for God's sake. A day and a half?
I know, it sounds like nonsense, but it's true. It lasts for 36 hours.
Well, listen, brother, I wish you and... Is she significantly younger than you?
She's 5 years younger, but she Very healthy, active lady.
Okay, well, I wish you and your active lady girlfriend a very happy weekend when you get the new Viagra.
Okay, thank you very much.
No, thank you very much.
Enjoy the show.
Well, no, thank you, man, and I'd like to enjoy your show. No, hang on, I don't mean it like that. I appreciate the call. You very... No, God, you naughty, naughty man. Thank you.
36 hours? Oh, no, come on.
I couldn't be bothered.
No one's got time for that.
Couldn't be bothered. Let's take this call, then we'll take an ad. Hello, line 2.
Hello, Ian, it's Giselle.
Hey, Giselle, wagwan.
You alright? It's been a while.
It's been a long, long time since we spoke together. It's great to have you back on the show. I'm sorry that you came on after a dirty call like that one.
Well, I was just pleasantly listening to hold music, so I missed that.
Oh, God, thank goodness for that. Good. Please, I'm glad. Don't listen back. It was filthy, and we are better than that. What have you got for us, Giselle?
So I had a weird conversation with someone earlier. This person is in recovery, and they believe that we as humans evolve and progress forward on our own journeys, and it shouldn't be tainted by putting our problems onto other people and therefore dealing with other people's problems and talking to other people about our problems, which if you're going through mental health stuff, just skip over that. But I just wondered your thoughts on that, because it's really spun me out and confused me, and I oversaw this person's journey into recovery, so I obviously I was emotionally invested, so I don't understand how, because it can come across as a little bit selfish, so I just don't understand how that can be sort of one rule for them. And
I got a bit confused at the start. Give me the premise again.
Okay, so they're in recovery.
Yeah.
And they believe that as human beings, we should all be on our own journeys through life.
Yeah.
And we shouldn't be distracted by other people's problems going through life, and that it is not or uncompassionate and uncaring, but we shouldn't be distracted by other people's problems, and we shouldn't be telling other people our problems, because that distracts us and stops us from moving forward with our own.
Well, that sounds like bullshit to me, doesn't it? It sounds like nonsense.
That's what I thought.
What?
Sounds like someone in a bit of denial.
What that constitutes is not having any kind of intimate relationship, and when I say intimate, I don't mean like sexual, but
don't mean 36 hours.
Confiding in anyone.
Well, to be honest with you, Cass, that would be quite accurate.
Oh, right, there we go.
But,
well, I do think we are on our own journey, and however close we get with someone, there will always be an element of kind of singularity and on your own.
And I think it's good to be careful about how much you put on someone else.
Oh, definitely.
And they shouldn't suffer for your problems, but.
And there is also, particularly in recovery, I think, there is, you have to be selfish.
No, it's like, you obviously, you're focused on, sustaining your own well-being.
Yeah.
But why does that have to come at the price of, pig-headedness?
I don't think it has to go at the price of pig-headedness. Here's the thing, right? And I struggled with this for a while, but I get it. I hear it a lot in meetings that people will say that the top 3 important things in my life are my wife, my kids, number 3 my wife, number 2 my kids, and number 1 is my recovery. And it took me a while to get that, but it kind of has to be, right? It kind of has to be that selfish thing of I have to. I may have to miss the kids' show or the kids' birthday party if I really need to go to a meeting, because if I stop going to the meetings, then there ain't never going to be no kids' birthday parties and kids' shows, because I'm going to be in a ditch with a needle up my bum. So there has to be an element of selfishness if you are ill in looking after yourself. Otherwise, people around you don't get any of you. But pig-headed, it doesn't have to be, I don't know. What do I know? My marriage is over, man, I picked up recently. What do I know? I don't know anything.
This is new life in.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But how is this, you're feeling pushed away, are you?
Yeah, I've been in contact with them after not being emotionally as invested with them for about a year, and it's just a bit like I'm very isolated, and I don't get much human contact, so they're like, oh, well, you're always going over the same BS that you phone me up to say, nothing, and you're not moving forward with my...
Oh, well, then, here's my suggestion. It's not even really a suggestion. No, it's a suggestion. You've got to cut them free, man. They're telling you to F off. I would suggest you've got to cut them free, because that's not even, selfish recovery. That's just mean. That's just mean and bullying, and, you don't have to listen to that. You're a beautiful, and I mean in a spiritual sense. No, I don't mean physically, but you are a beautiful, caring spirit, and you don't have to put up with behaviour and attitudes like that from anyone.
No, how you feel is just as important as how they feel.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, Ian, you did a blog a little while back about regarding loneliness and your particular point. I remember about you don't want to join groups because who wants to join groups when you're feeling like that, and I remember going to meet a load of strangers and how difficult that was in an organised setting, and it was it's like you have to challenge yourself and stuff, but it feels alien, and it's trying not to hang on to previous attachments, but also not being bullied into other people's agendas.
I'm getting really good as I get older at saying no to people and walking away from people that I think are damaging to me in whatever way that means, whether professionally or psychically or spiritually or whatever. I'm getting better, and it's taken a while, and I'm still getting there at going, nah, no thanks, bye, and not even making a big thing out of it, not even going, the reason I'm walking away from you is because you did this, this and this, and it made me just going, you know what, nah, I'm gone, bye. I don't know, Giselle. You're a good person, and no one deserves to be spoken to like that.
Yeah, okay, you too, guys. Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you. Give us a call again. Thanks, Giselle. I feel like I'm not really in the place at the moment to...
No, yeah, but I think what you said was right. The older I get, the more I allow people to be dicks, but they don't have to do it to me. It's like...
36 hours.
You know what? I don't get angry about the way people are anymore. I just go, right, well, they've shown themselves. Now it's up to me whether I incorporate that into my life or whether I just let it go. Because you can't expect someone to change.
I call again, Giselle. Maybe I just, I'm in such a weird place with this house that was supposed to go through today and didn't, and a divorce, and fears about work and stuff and all of that. So I'm not in the best kind of place to do it. But anyway, call straight to air for the last few minutes. Then it's Paul Ross. This is Talk Radio. Go on
across the UK, online and on DAB. Access
I'll have a quick bit.
Talk Radio.
Don't be polite around me. Eat.
Numbers. You've always been good with numbers. Well, you are an accountant, and now accountable for a big new client.
Give Paul Ross pizza if he wants pizza. Make him eat.
And you help.
I want to see him eat. My fantasy is to see Paul Ross eating
Treat the team
my
for a round.
pizza.
Ouch.
I want to see him chomping on it.
Direct Line keeps up with your world when you make changes to your staff, turnover or location. Change to us and we won't be beaten on price. Can your business insurance do that? Search Direct Line for business.
New customers only, excluding van. Cover
This was a great idea.
hours. Qualifying criteria apply, underwritten by UK Insurance Limited.
Check out the latest major offers, only at American Golf. Pick up the tailor-made RBZ driver and fairway for only $299, a saving of £79. Stock up on balls with 2 packs of Callaway Warbirds for just £25. Or why not step out in the new Callaway Del Mar golf shoe, only $49.99. Buy online or find your nearest store at americangolf.co.uk. Offer ends 30th of July, terms and conditions apply.
If you've had blood in your pee, even if it happened just the once, and there was only a little bit, and it was probably something you ate, and the light in the bathroom was funny, and you weren't really looking, tell your doctor. Chances are it's nothing serious, but it could be an early sign of kidney or bladder cancer. Finding it early makes it more treatable, so if you do notice blood in your pee, even if it's just the once, don't make excuses. Tell your doctor straight away. Be clear on cancer.
The Late Night Alternative with Iain Lee on Talk Radio.
0344 499 1000 is the telephone number. Calls straight to air. Line 1, you're on the wireless. Hello, line 1. Thanks. Line 2, you're on the wireless.
Hello there.
Hey.
It's Zubair.
Sorry?
You remember the food guy?
Hey, the food guy!
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
How was the pizza? Good. Good to hear from you.
I ordered a hot and spicy one by mistake, and I'm enjoying it. It's delicious, but I didn't want a hot and spicy.
Oh, why is that? Sometimes you need to spice up your life.
Oh, I love spicy food. I've been going for a lot of curries recently. I don't know why. I don't always fancy them, but I've really fancied them. But I didn't fancy spicy tonight. But I've got it. I'll eat it. I'll enjoy it.
But did you share with Catherine, or you just...
I bought pizzas for the whole team. Yes, I'm not a tight man. How are you doing, man? How's the YouTube channel going?
Yeah, it's good. I'm stepping up and definitely feeling a bit more confident. And this is the first time I'm actually going to a restaurant to do like a restaurant review. A little bit nervous, but I'm just thinking like, what should I do? You know, I spoken to the owner and they said, okay, you can do whatever, like go to the kitchen, shoot something in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But it's a review. I'm just thinking like, what would you want to know about the restaurant?
Is the food any good?
So do you just want to see the food, or?
That's the main thing. This is.
Of course I do.
Turn the microphone on, boy.
Distracted by pizza.
Of
course I do know who it is.
Yeah, I mean, my first thing is the food any good? That's the first thing when you go out for a meal. Is it going to be any good? And can I afford it?
And how's the service?
Yeah, I don't want service that's too in your face. You can sometimes get them that it really annoy you. I don't know. I've always got a fascination for the carpets in restaurants. I do. I like looking at the carpets in restaurants.
Wow.
Not helpful, is it?
You asked. You asked.
I'm thinking, because when I'm looking for a restaurant, I don't dine out too often because most of the time I prefer to cook at home and, something new and, surprise my family and everyone. But I was, looking for, how is their hygiene? Can I see how these guys are cooking or something? So I really want to show, how these chefs are doing, what's their ethos, what type of foods they're trying to cook. Are they frozen or are they fresh? These type of things.
Yeah.
And you mentioned about service. Definitely I want to do something about service, to focus, someone is serving, how, with a good smile, definitely.
How are you going to film it, man? Are you going to, are you got someone with you? Come in, Paul. Have you got someone with you who's going to, be filming it for you? Are you doing it secrets? Are you filming it? What's the deal?
I'm filming it with a tripod, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard job, definitely, going forward, backward, like this. So, yeah, I've spoken to the owner.
And he's cool, the owner's cool with you going in and doing it?
Yeah. And he said, if you come, because I'm going to do this alone. So I'm going before the service time.
Yeah.
So I'll shoot before the service time. And when the service starts, I will just take a few shots of...
hey, listen, man, I've got to go because Paul Ross is coming in and he's flicking me the finger. This day would never do so. I mean, he's doing it. I don't think I've ever seen or heard you swear, Paul Ross. I'm sure you can.
F off.
There we go. Listen, man. Let us know when it's up and stuff, and we'll have a little look and we'll tweet it and we'll give you our honest thought.
On the shooter, yeah, definitely.
Nice
definitely.
Good to talk to you, man. Thank you for the call. Ta-ta. He runs his own YouTube channel, that fella, where he does, he's like a cook and stuff, and it looks amazing.
And the videos are beautiful, crisp, great colours, you know, it just looks great.
And he was worried because he was worried that people wouldn't understand his English and stuff, and
perfectly comprehensible.
He's people doing things off their own bat, isn't it? Hello, Paul Ross.
Good morning, guys. How you doing? Thank you for your slice of pizza I nicked. That one was molten with the jalapenos on it.
I didn't mean to get that. I thought it was just a vegorama.
Clear your pipes.
Why did he get a bit of my pizza and not any of yours? What is this?
It was one on top, I guess.
Unbelievable attitude from my colleagues.
I nicked a piece with a pepperoni as
Good
well.
for you.
That was yours. So I've had a double bubble. On the show tonight, we are talking about cannabis beer from Canada when we cross live to Canada. It's a new development, only in a couple of territories, but apparently it's going down rather well. Also, as I'm sure you know, although there's the kind of misapprehension that elephants are terrified of mice, two things they really can't bear are pigs, which is why in the great wars against Carthage, the Romans had war pigs. They're covered in armour and sent against the elephants. The thing they're really terrified of are those bees. And now they've got a scheme in Africa to stop farmers shooting elephants because they terrible depredation on the crops. Bee scent is being used, and African farmers are wearing socks imbued with bee scent to put a patrol around their crops, and we're talking to the inventor. I can't wait for that one.
Isn't the world nuts?
But what a remarkable time we're going through.
Yeah.
To save elephants being shot, wear socks with bee scent. Who knew bees had a scent?
I'm going to ask you a question that I bet you know the answer to, and I only learnt this last night. What is a mule?
Oh, a mule is now one is half horse, half donkey, and the other is a mule the male from the.
I think the mule
sterile. They're sterile, but the other one's called the hinny.
There's a hinny.
The hinny, yeah.
So the mule is like, I think it's one or the other. It's like a male horse.
It's a donkey horse, isn't it?
Yeah, with a female donkey, and a hinny is the other way around, and they're sterile.
Yeah,
they can't have baby mules. Did you know this, Catherine?
And do you know a donkey's bray can be heard up to 8 miles?
Wow.
It's so loud. And I didn't use my mouth to make that noise.
You did not. Thank you, Paul. That's coming up at 1 o'clock. Did you know that about mules?
I did a bit, yeah.
Oh, you didn't. Sometimes.
You know
about a month ago, it was National Mule and Donkey Week, apparently.
A whole week for those guys.
Yeah.
Wowzers. Dear listener, we will be back tonight at 10. We'll be coming live from a listener's house in Manchester. What could possibly go wrong? We could get murdered. We don't know anything. Wow. We could. We don't know anything about her. She just got in touch on Twitter and said,
I was going to say, you don't take your shoes off again and walk.
Don't go in the cellar. Don't go in the cellar.
But we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll work. You never know. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Catherine. Don't forget you can go and download our podcast if you go to iTunes or Acast and type in Talk Radio, Late Night Alternative, or go to talkradio.co.uk. Enough whittering on from me. Coming up after 1 o'clock, it's Paul Ross. Until then, from us, ta-ta!
Talk Radio.
Contact Talk Radio. Call 0344 499